itself. Look at that little cat.
It
And
looks so scared.
Oh yeah, don't watch the live stream as the player because I don't want to see the DM roll 20 screen.
well, actually, I've set it up. Yeah, much earlier in the marathon. The stream is just what the players see. I actually went and created another account specifically to be my cameraman as we go along.
Oh, that's the extra person I saw in roll 20.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
rogue
that's
scribs.
Scribbs P. We celebrated his birthday previous session. For those who missed that, we straight up had a dance battle between a party mech and a party Trask. It was amazing.
Yes.
Uh,
Y'all
but
missed out. It was amazing
He brought out the
and
Megazord and
wonderful.
everything.
yeah,
So good.
it's still here actually, because I needed for just good luck. All right, but we're not here to talk about the previous session. We're here to enjoy this one, and I'm happy this time around. I don't have to carry around a puppet or wear a cloak, which is gonna be nice. All right, enough meandering around. Let's go and visit Burgheim. Restart that, thank you. Welcome to the lovely, happy town of Burgheim. It's located up in a little plateau in the north with a lot of older architecture and is mainly inhabited by humans. The party's presence here has been requested by the mayor himself to come and kick off their holiday festivities, which this time of the year is namely set up to celebrate the god of Pelor. Yes, yes, yes. It's been a harrowing journey, but nonetheless a very calming and beautiful one. Coming to the town itself, you were greeted by a few people, namely a few passing by kids playing in the snow, a few carolers singing all kinds of joyous songs. And before long, you came to the place where you'd be staying for the week. Of course, I'm talking about the inn known as Granny's House, a lovely little inn run by Mrs. Broadbottom. Which is where we start today's session. Now, let me go and bring that up. There's little Granny's house. There we go. Mrs. Broadbottom has already gotten a nice spread of all kinds of delectable food set up for you. Everything from a nice plump turkey for those who do eat meat, as well as a nice spread of the finest Yule logs for our favorite Warforged cleric. Now, in no particular order, would you be so kind to go just tell us who you are and who you be playing for today's story?
I'll jump in first then. Everybody, I am Guppy. First thing, Chris. For those who don't know me from Thayer, I am going to be playing the Warforge Rappel, who is relatively newly sentient, just a couple of years old, and is sort of dark cast iron like steel body, flames coming out of the top of his head from the internal forge in the center of his core. Pretty dumb, pretty weak, but sturdy and very charismatic. He does not speak often, but when he does, it's usually to try to bestow the peace of Palor and all that he has known.
Love it, love it. All right, who's next? Who's next?
All right, I'll go. Today, well, for this game, I shall be playing the nobleman Brussels J. Lope. He stands outside in the, I guess you would say, the, what would you call this? Uh, he stands outside in the snow, an all blue outfit, almost eerily similar to a modern day conductor's outfit. And the most noticeable thing about him is that he is currently wielding a pocket watch, which, if anyone were to notice, the back is engraved with a very familiar symbol of this group in particular, as it is a symbol of Palor. And he simply has it open, watching the time as he stands out in the snow.
I think I got that reference. um,
What?
is it anything to do with a Polar Express, mayhap?
I mean loosely, but that's not the focus.
That's true. That's true. I just love the
No, I
atmosphere
get
so
no.
far.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. Why don't we have? Because I'm really curious how you're gonna start pulling this off. Chickadee, why don't you tell us about your character?
Oh no. You're curious how I'm going to pull it off. I immediately sweat nervously. Um, so, this character, their name is Candle Flicker. And they are a Kenku. Um, they are, basically they're kind of dressed in like some dilapidated, patched up, stained, and like really old clergy robes from church in Pelennor. They kind of look like they would be um, an usher or serving to help clean like a chapel, help stoke the fire, sweep around, just sort of like working in the church. They are we inside or outside? I didn't quite. I'm sorry, I did not
You're
quite catch.
inside. You're inside.
Oh, okay, yes. They're inside right now, enjoying a bit of food. This is kind of a little more luxurious food than they're used to eating on a regular basis. Not like they don't get fed at the church. The church takes care of them well. But usually, given they're serving in the church, they generally live a more modest sort of existence. So happily, they're like eating big bites of meat and cheeses and whatever else Granny is providing with gratitude. They, let's see, they kind of have an appearance of, they're like, Kenku, I guess you could say the standard Kenku kind of looks like just like a raven. It looks like kind of like from a related species. They've got like a soft lilac blue feather coloring with dark beak, dark hands, dark feet, and some bluish feathers as well. Um, they're based off of I guess you could say the Clark's Nutcracker design, which I can post later. I'm not sure if I missed anything in the introduction. But they just
You're good.
they look happy to be there. Obviously, as a Kenku, they're not really chatting people up, but they are occasionally like making like little happy noises, gurgles and chirps, you could say. Um, but right now, there's no need for like extensive conversations, so they're just sort of enjoying the food and enjoying the atmosphere.
It's a perfect addition to this already holiday scene.
Yay!
All right, Marky, wrap it up here.
Yeah. So, I will be playing Kaelin Sarkis, who is a half-elf cleric of Pelor. She was raised amongst humans, and as is quote-unquote tradition with half-elves, as is tradition with half-elves that are raised amongst humans, they end up with elf names. So, hence the mouthful there. So she has been a part of the church her entire life. and she thinks, as much as she is for the good of the people, she still thinks very highly of herself on occasion, just because that's how she was taught initially in life, is that she was better than people. And then she realized that people that are like that are dumb. But occasionally
Ooh.
falls back on it. It's an issue. She struggles with it.
Right on. All right. But you're all in your own way, enjoying the nice accommodations provided at Granny's house. As you've been sitting down, you've been noticing a little 8-year-old girl who's been like a busy bee, running around the place, asking all sorts of questions. And sure enough, she actually goes and bursts outside to go play the snow for a little bit when she notices our dear, let me show you the name right here, Brussels. She walks up to you. Uh, hey, mister. What are you doing out here in the cold?
Oh, good evening, little one. Simply taking in the winter weather.
Oh,
Please do go inside. It's no place for a young one like yourself.
okay. Um, Granny wants to know if you'll be joining us for uh dinner.
In a few minutes, I shall be out here for a bit longer.
Oh, okay, okay.
Tell her my thanks.
Certainly, certainly. What's that? She points to the watch in your hand.
Ah, a simple timepiece. Nothing more. And he puts it away.
Oh, pretty. Okay, bye. She scampers back inside. To where we actually see the rest of you currently eating and enjoying at least the starts of a meal, and Granny can be heard cooking off in the back kitchen. But what are the other three of you um up to? Everybody, I should ask, what would you three like to do?
Rabble is 100% feigning eating. Um, uh, Being young and being a warforge, he doesn't need God, I need to correct my own character. They don't need the sustenance. They don't need to eat, but they understand, having observed for a couple of years, that part of the festivity is the food. So you watch as uh, they'll go and grab like a chunk of the turkey or whatever, um, and they'll put it in their mouth, and the chewing is very like Disneyland park animatronic camel chewing, where his jaw is just like down, right, up, left,
Lovely.
down, right, up, left.
Fantastic.
Um, and as they swallow, um, from under the wrappings around his stomach, you watch as it sort of glows a little bit, flaring as it feeds the furnace.
As you go about the process, you feel a pair of tiny little curious eyes staring at you from the side of your chair. Just oh, what do you think of the food?
Hello, young one. The food is delicious.
That's that's cool. Granny says you don't have taste buds, so it must be extra special if you know it's delicious.
Well, the grace and power of Palor informs me that this food is good for all.
Oh. You got that all from Palor?
I get everything from Paylor.
Oh. Oh, like what? Like what? Like candy or toys?
I sort of they smile and sort of look around, and he goes, "Are you a little cold right now, young one?"
Oh, a little.
Um, Roppel reaches down and sort of pulls the wrappings around their stomach up and down a little bit to reveal like the front of almost like a very small pizza oven draped with a little bit of like chainmail in front of the opening of the forge. Um, they smiled at the kid as they like a whole half of a chicken breast just swallows it in one piece, does not chew it. And as it hits the stomach, the larger piece of meat sort of flares and gives off a light warmth in front of him to the child.
Her eyes wide up to the point they are sparkling at the display. Oh, that's cool. Hey, Granny. Can I have a fire in my stomach too? Maybe when you're older, dearie. Yay! Hey, hey,
And right before the
so,
child leaves,
mhm.
um, Rappel sort of smiles and says, "Well, until then, I can give you a little light of your own." And I'll sort of just touch the shoulder of the child's shirt, and I will cast the light cantrip on their shirt. So now their shirt is glowing, uh, like a torch.
Amazing.
And it's sort of in with the festivities. If you'll allow, I'll let it sort of uh, undulate between green and red light as he sort of walks around.
To quote my favorite GIF, I'll allow it. Pardon the lack of shoes. Amazing. Love it. Candle and let's see, I forgot the name already. Hey. My mind's shot. It's gone. Um, Kylan. You see the girl just staring down her shirt in amazement. It's kind of blinking back and forth from the different colors as Granny, Mrs. Broadbottom comes in and dearie me, she has been such a handful this last year. I don't think I've seen her smile this much in such a long time. It's so wonderful you all to come here this time of year.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yes, she is speaking to either Candle or Kylan.
I mean, it really isn't much of a bother if that's what you're implying. Like we don't that's part of the I feel like that's part of the church service is that we go about this and especially this time of year making sure that we spend time with people that are part of the church and really want to just be a part of the community, I guess the what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I understand completely. Ah, it's even still, I do admire all that you do. Um, Miss Flicker, do you have anything you need to eat? Can I get you anything else?
Um, in the middle of a bite, a flicker stops and kind of like turns their head abruptly. You know, like a bird does when it's been startled. It
Mhm.
blinks a few times, swallows a big bite, and says, "Abundance."
Oh, uh, does that mean they want more?
Blessings from Pelennor. Flicker like um holds up the food, um, and says abundance and continues to eat.
Oh, okay, more on the way, more on the way.
um, and then it Flicker looks up again and seems a little like rustled. Um, tries to like look around and then like clicks in the throat, and a different voice comes out and then says, "You have everything you need, child."
Oh, now, pardon me. It's not too often we get, well, one of the Kinku here.
And in another voice, Flicker kind of gleefully says, "Blessings be."
Blessings be to you, dearie.
Oh God, why?
Uh,
Huh?
at this
Thank
point,
you.
you hear like a faint ringing from outside. It stops. Then a moment later, Brussels enters. He uh, pats his hat, his coat, dusting off all the excess snow. I imagine there's a coat rack and a hat rack, correct?
Oh, naturally, naturally.
Hangs up his coat, hangs up his hat as proper, grabs a plate. Not too much, not too little, all the essentials for a decent meal, and sits exactly on the dime.
Uh, Flicker looks over, um, kind of with that jerky neck motion at Brussels, and then opens their beak, and in a third voice that sounds like a deep man's voice, says, "Greetings to you."
And greetings to you. I hope you are having your meals well.
Abundance.
Do not indulge. Do not overindulge. We are guests after all.
Blessings be.
Precisely. He takes a sip of coffee.
Coffee.
It tastes divine with a little hint of nutmeg and not just a touch of like Christmas brandy.
Too sweet.
Mm,
Need something darker for later
brandy.
then. And he puts it down.
Mrs. Broadbottom notices. Oh, I can get you just straight black coffee if you desire.
Yes,
She
thank
takes up.
you.
All right. I'll be right back. Ropal, you feel a bit of a tugging on your arm as Nyla has come back again. Hey, uh, question. You said that uh, Palor has given you many things, yes?
Quite right, child. He's given me everything.
Do you think he could help bring back my mom and dad?
Uh, Raffle, um, if a sound would play, the window shutting down audio would happen right now.
Oh no!
It should.
Um, Roppel is very understanding and persuasive, but he still uh, struggles with the idea of like, well, I want to tell the truth that technically, if Paler came down, resurrection would quite easily be within his wheelhouse. But also know that he's probably not going to come down for this one specific child. Um, can I insight the child to see um how real I can be with them without totally crushing them?
Certainly, go for it.
Uh, well, shit. Thir- uh, no, 15.
15. Judging by the child's face, you can tell that those eyes are looking for a little bit of hope this time of year.
Oh boy.
Um, Roppel will sort of turn their whole body towards the child and actually kind of um, slide off the bench a little bit and sort of kneel down to get a little bit more face to face with them. Uh, Looks to her and goes, "Well, child, Palor is powerful in many ways. There are few things he couldn't do in many scenarios. What matters is to remember not that he gives you what you desire, but that he lights the way and brings you peace on what he has already given you. Whether or not
Oh,
your parents will come back is not for us to say. But what is important is that while you are here and you are still able to keep their memories alive, light the flame of Palor's love in your heart to keep them in your memory."
oh. Her eyes light up. Okay, I'll go light a candle right now.
Very good, young.
And she waddles off. As she does, you can see that Mrs. Broadbottom has been listening in. I thank you all for your kindness. Her her parents went missing last year. She still holds out hope that she would be reunited with them again, but I just don't have it in the heart to. You know how it is. Need to give children hope.
Time will heal
Would
that
we
wound.
know? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I said time will heal that wound in time.
Do we know anything about that disappearance? Um, I know I specifically, for whatever uh, church is in the temple is in the local area. Um,
Mhm.
do I know anything about those disappearances? Was it a one-time thing? Is it a recurring thing?
Um, make a history check. Let's find out.
Oh, not good for dumb Rappel. With my -1, I'll get a 13.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Could be worse.
Not bad at all.
Though you all don't know about the exact number of different disappearances, you do know that it seems to be around this time every year that they do appear to be on the rise in this area. It's part of the reason why the church sent you all here to, at the very least, help those who remain. Well, have a little bit of cheer, despite so many loved ones not being around.
It is unsettling that so many have gone missing. Paler would give me the strength. I wish I could bring them back for that poor child.
Opening their beak, Candle says, "You are the eyes of Pelor." It's a third voice this time. Who knows how many voices they've collected. As they kind of look around the room, like squinting around.
You're going to stay there, Brussels?
Sorry,
I said Ruppel's about to throw down because I saw the roll.
No, I accidentally clicked the macro.
Whoops.
Okay. Before I go further, I did look at it every time to make sure I say it correctly. Kailin, is there anything else you would like to ask or do before I continue?
She will kind of look after the child that's they were just talking about, and kind of pause for a moment and furrow her brow a bit. Are we sure that not telling her is a good idea?
Every child is different. Some just need time, but some do better with the truth than others. We won't know, and it would be too harsh, especially during the time they disappeared. Not my authority. Takes a sip of his coffee.
Understood.
Candle makes a gargling coo noise. As they kind of look at their food, seeming melancholy. And then hops up and, in the head clergy's voice, says, "Through Pelor, all things are possible."
You are right, friend.
Yes, I think you're all just what this town needs. In fact, the mayor should be here any sec. Oh, excuse me, that must be him now.
"The mayor," Candle says in the exact same voice as this woman, and then makes a knocking noise. "The mayor."
He's 5 minutes
You hear
away.
in the distance, "Oh, show them to me! Show them to me! Oh, I cannot wait to meet our guests!" In comes this roly-poly man with a white mustache, a little black top hat, and a big old golden monocle, almost like a splitting image of the Monopoly guy. "Oh, hello there, hello there. I am Mayor Ryan. It's so good to see you all coming out. I thank you so much for coming to celebrate our, well, festivities here in Burgheim.
Abundance!
Abundance indeed, abundance.
Brussels
He
gets
goes
up,
and
and his demeanor completely changes. A pleasure to meet you fine last, Mayor. We're so delighted to have your acquaintance here on this fine evening.
he just goes and, "Oh, so nice to meet you too." He bows, he takes your hand, starts shaking vigorously. You have come such a long way. It comes such a long way. Is there anything I could do for you? Anything at all, please. Oh, tell me. I'm so happy to help.
My accommodations have been met quite well. I cannot say for my compatriots, but your hospitality has been quite well received in my heart at the very least.
You have everything
Oh.
you need, child.
Oh, splendid, splendid. I knew Mrs. Broadbottom would give you adequate, superb comfort here in our lovely
Now,
town.
come now, we have business, and time's wasting.
Oh, this is true. This is very true. The ceremony will be beginning in about oh gosh, dear me. He looks at his pocket watch in about a half hour. I already have a carriage waiting to take you all into town. If you come with me, we'll go and make our way to the city square.
How often?
Delightful.
How
What was
often
that?
do I remember seeing the mayor at the temple over the past couple of years? Is he there frequently, or is he more just like shows up for big events, but isn't really a patron of the temple frequently?
Because the temple you're all from, like that's kind of like the main one in the country. He, I would say somewhere in between. Like he probably most likely visits the church. You'd assume more so at his town. Actually, hang on. Yeah, so one would assume I would say yeah, that's what I'm looking for. He is mostly the one at his town, but he does often come to the major events in the main head church, as well as kind of like whenever he's kind of passing through. That being said, give me a quick. Sorry, Roppel. Another history check, if you don't mind.
Womp womp.
We gotta get you like a history drive or something.
Womp womp. 4.
Get you like a Rosetta
Or-
Stone installed in there.
Uh, unfortunately, you do not recall anything like word of mouth about his further appearances outside of that.
Ruby.
The mayor. The mayor.
Yes, that is me. That is me.
Abundance. We have
Hmm.
business in about half an hour.
That would do. That would do. So, if you all please, right this way, I will take you to the main event.
The main event.
Step in the.
Flicker gets up and waddles their way over. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. On your way out, Mrs. Broadbottom is waiting there, the grand smile and a stack of little tiny boxes. Seeing as you won't be able to enjoy them here, I've got them all set for you for the road. She goes and hands out there. There should be at least enough here for 3 cookies each, a piece of you, but they're little to-go cookie boxes. Do make sure to savor them.
Cookie. Savor. Cookie. Candle nods.
Brussels takes his, tips his hat, man, and walks out.
As Raffles leaving, he, if any of them have been left, he'll pick up whatever boxes he can carry with his surprisingly noodle-like arms, and looks to Grandma and sort of nods, and they say, "All the blessings of Palor till we return."
And same to you. And do take care of yourself out there. Would hate to see a part of you chipped.
It takes Rappel a moment to process that was a joke. And then after like 2 seconds after, there's just a as his hair, flame hair, sort of like flickers as the closest thing he can do to show actual emotion.
I adore it. Right. And Hylan?
We brain not working. God, it's not even that late yet. Um,
No, it's not.
Is it?
Give it time.
If you can't think of something, exquisite to say, you can always just keep it simple if it helps.
I will Kaylin will give a proper like bow and kind of nod of thanks as she is getting ready to leave and look at those that are remaining behind and just be like, we appreciated the hospitality.
Brandy nods. And we appreciate the company. I'll make sure the bed stay nice and warm for you when you come back.
You're too kind.
She gives you a nice warm smile. Okay. You go outside to see a nice not well pair. I was gonna say a pair of lovely sleighs, all both pulled by a pair of horses each.
How's the quality? Are these like something that he splurged on, or are these like run-of-the-mill carriages?
Oh, these are something he splurged on. You give me an insight roll real quick.
I see the coffers have gone to fair use. Have they, Mayor?
Oh, you know me. I spare no expense for my visitors. Hospitality is
Quite.
key here.
Your visitors.
You're the guest of honor of that.
Well, we should not dilly-dally much longer. Time's been already delayed.
All aboard. All right, and full stop where you guys are in a quick transition scene. The DM needs to go and take a quick 5-minute bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Gotta go poop.
If you want to be blunt, yes. I have had all the coffee.
I called it.
Time to poop. Well, while he's doing that, we're waiting for the carriage to leave. Candle Flicker is gonna examine the horses like a curious bird.
Don't eat them.
And when they make a noise, Candle's gonna hop back, feathers all ruffled, pause, and then go right back at the horse.
So, how are we feeling? This mayor's obviously full of shit. I'm calling it.
Hondo P.
I mean,
Hondo P.
Flicker can't say it, but if you say it first.
Well, here's the thing. Guppy knows that. Ropple's oblivious.
Because
He has not said anything to force me to insight check him.
Mhm.
I only can go by he's saying paler things, and I know he is not absent from the church, so I don't have any reason to distrust him.
I mean, Candle has a high wisdom and above average intelligence. So, and also having had a previous life as an urchin, sees excess and knows what it is when they see it, but does not necessarily have the words to communicate that.
Russell just straight up sees a frivolous buffoon.
Brussels takes no shit, calls it like it is.
Just
No
so you
fucks
guys
given.
so you guys could have the absolute absurdity that is my stats right now.
Oh boy.
My wisdom is an 18.
Nice.
My intelligence is a 9.
Nice.
Oh my god. Fantastic.
I mean,
They didn't.
my
They didn't insert the memory core when they built you. It's fine.
my wisdom is an 18 and my dex is a 10. That's my lowest.
Nice.
Yeah, I got 2 that were sub 10 in my rolls.
I got 2 11s and a 10. I'm not. Stats are decent, but they could be better.
I don't know what my original stats were because I made the character and then Roll20 did a crash thing, and I had to remake Candle.
Oh no.
So I when I remade Candle, I rolled a 5 on one of my stats, and Flint just said, "Please throw that out." So I had to roll them a couple times, but
I'm sorry.
I'm like, I don't know where to put this 5, and he's like, "Don't."
He's like, we're just gonna act like that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
No one
So-
saw it.
No one saw this 5. But yeah, I mean, it seems like we've all got pretty good wisdom, which is a plus for us since we're all clerics. I'm glad. This will work in our favor here.
For basics, what's everybody's AC and hit points?
I have 15 AC, hit points 33. 4.
16 AC, 38 HP.
Nice. You strong.
Must be
Beefy.
strong.
Beefy. How about you, Brussels? And Rob?
Roppel is a literal tank. So
Excellent.
I've got an AC of 20 and 48 hit points.
Nice.
Okay, so Candle Flicker's gonna stand behind you.
Yeah, no, that's my whole thing is I'm a wall. Because I'm also too dumb to not stand in front of the problem. But yeah, both my armor that I'm wearing, my natural boost from being a warforged. I also have a shield, and I also have the ability that I talked about before, where each morning I can bless something as sort of a +1 weapon or armor. I usually stick that on my shield, so as long as I'm
Nice.
holding my shield, my armor is 20.
Nice.
And like I said, I am weak and stupid, but I have an 18 in my con, so
You can withstand.
I shall take all the punches to the metally face.
Fantastic.
Please, not all of them, but I can.
What's that? Is that a challenge? Candle Flicker starts to peck you. Find the weak points.
Okay.
Just
back.
kidding. Welcome back.
Thank you for that.
Woo.
Okay. So let's go enjoy a nice little sleigh ride. Give me 1 second here.
Oh, that city is very modern.
Yes, it is may or may not totally be a shot of Paris from the Eiffel Tower. But just imagine it is more old school.
Imagination.
Imagination, yeah.
Imagination.
But as you go along, you get the impression that the mayor is taking the scenic route to the city square, going around showing all the wonderful holiday displays, beautiful trees, adorable little snowmen put up by the children of the town. All the while, just complimenting anything and everything he can, just to give me all 4 of you quick insight rolls, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Nice.
Oh, you see everything, man.
24 for me.
24. Okay.
Them
Candle
almond
flicker.
eyes, man.
Yeah. Candle, you're just like all the pretty sights. Just
My bird
Full
brain
on.
is kicking in like lights everywhere.
Bread.
totally. You have like that look of that my favorite cat gif in the cosmos, just full on amazed by everything.
You see
Brussels
5 people sitting at computers playing a strange game.
at 4:30 in the morning. I
Let's-
can taste colors.
Let's say that
Um,
Flicker's actually making that noise too, because they heard a cat make it.
But Carrie Lynn, Brussels, And Ropel, you notice you get the impression that the mayor is clearly trying to show his appreciation to all of you for just coming here. You can tell he's really embodying the holiday spirit, as it were. Um, that said, for those above 20, you also get this hankering feeling like he's really trying hard here. Like, he is like that uncle or aunt you've not seen in ages, trying to become the favorite uncle or aunt by just throwing all kinds of gifts on you, whether you actually want them or not.
I'm concerned about how real life this feels right now. I don't like it.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to touch a nerve there.
sorry. Whoops.
So the layout of this, what we're riding in this carriage, is
Yeah.
it like an open back, like opening of Skyrim style carriage with the mayor at the front and us in the back, or is it like an enclosed carriage that we're all in the back in this sort of box?
I would say, for the sake of safety, considering you do have fire coming out of your head, it is opened Skyrim style.
Ruby. And is the mayor with us in the back, or is he riding, like, driving the
He
carriage?
he is riding with you. He actually has hired someone else to drive the carriage for you. All the better to go and point down and be the proper tour guide to the clerics of Pelnor. Or Pelor. It would be disrespectful otherwise.
Uh, as Rappel sort of looks around and sort of gets that, um, he sort of nods a little bit and looks to the mayor and simply says, "Quite an extravagant view you've given us. Can I be assured that with all the expense paid here, all of those in your city are fed and sheltered and go without need or want? It would be quite an affront to Palor himself if one would have such abundance while others were in need."
I do that and more, my dear
No
Hut.
P insight check that bullshit.
All right, inside check.
God, of course I bit this roll 11.
11.
So my passive is 17, so I don't know if that's a floor I can meet, but
Well, let's find out real quick. Now, you get the impression that the mayor truly believes he is doing everything he can for the people of this town as he goes off about the various orphanages, the halfway houses, and the just complete utter devotion he has to make sure everyone and anyone gets their just and rightful treatment.
God, I hate that Rappel believes him. You guys watch as the flame on Rappel's head. When he made the insinuation, you saw it sort of whiten with flame as he leaned into the mayor, and as the response came and he's listening, the flame sort of dies down a slight bit. Well, it is good to know your people are taken care of. Palor will be proud.
Oh, I'm so glad you'd say that. I really, truly am just absolutely smitten to like for these people. And it appears we finally made it here. And sure enough, you pull into a. Let me go and bring up the courtyard. The town square. There it is. A4. I'm so sorry.
I almost thought that spire on the right of the picture was floating. I didn't realize it was a tree for a minute.
Amazing.
I was like,
It is that hour
what
of the evening.
magic is this?
It's a mage spire.
Speak.
You know what? I'm kind of tempted to make it actually be a thing, but it might be a bit much. Um, but no, it's a tree steadily in the ground. But that said, you do all arrive to the town's plaza, and everything has been decorated from floor to the toppest ceiling for the holidays. And a huge decorated pine tree sits behind the stage at the very far end of the area. Um, you notice that everything has been dark and the lights turned off in anticipation of the main event. Townsfolk appear to be holding all kinds of handmade paper lanterns to be lit and released in the sky after the main ceremony ends. Well, I'll be at the stage when you're all ready. Take your time to collect your thoughts. And I cannot thank you enough for coming. Tonight is going to be really, truthfully special. He goes and leaves you four to yourselves as he makes his way to the stage. What would you like to do?
Well, I have no preparation that is needed, so when the three of you are prepared, I am ready to take the stage.
Okay. Carolyn?
Ah. She is going to look at our little Kenku friend here. And is gonna look at her and just be like, so, do you have any preparations that you need to make? Yes or no?
Preparations. They tilt their head. Looks like they're thinking. Preparations. Yes or no? Yes. They take out a little rustle around their bag, their sack, which looks like it's been patched multiple times, and pull out a candle that's been burned down halfway, and then it's on like a dented aluminum or some sort of like cheap metal but sturdy candle holder, and they, rather than taking out a match like a normal person, cast light cantrip on the candle itself, and cause it to light up. And they say preparations. Yes. And it's like this little glowing candle, which they hold up proudly, as if it was like their most prized possession. And they kind of click their beak a little bit, look at the candle, then look expectantly back at Kaylin as if to see like the reaction. And aren't you impressed with my candle? Click, click.
Oh my god, so cute. So Kaylin will literally just nod her head and smile and be like, all right, it seems like you are completely ready now. I guess it is time for me to do the same thing.
Completely ready now. Abundance.
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 Does Kaylin do the same thing where you cast the light cantrip on your own candle?
Except her, uh, instead of doing that, she literally pulls out a mace that has on the handle a giant sigil of Palor, and just casts light on the sigil and holds the mace upside down.
Candle Flicker's eyes, like, the pupils dilate so big that you can't even see the whites of her eyes anymore. She stares at this mace.
Would
Click,
you
click.
say it's a maze scene?
Yeah. Well, I
God
mean,
damn
if
it.
she could, she would. If they could, they would. But they can't because nobody said that yet.
Roppel looks over to Brussels and sort of gives a bit of a quizzical look. Are we all going to go on stage with some sort of light or candle?
Not aware that was a requirement.
Wonder if the mace is too much.
Blessings from Paylor. Click, click.
Well, while Brussels is sort of pondering that, Roppel will first sort of like you see the metallic lids close over the emerald sort of gem eyes that he has. They have, and the flame on his head goes from like the soft, dull orange that you're used to. He sort of like, I'll say I cast the like cantrip just on the flame on my hair, so like my hair is now like a bright, vibrant torch-like flame. Uh,
Amazing.
he also watches as they reach into their pouch and pulls off and breaks off a small chunk of an incense block and just puts it in their mouth. And just like leaves it in the mouth. But the flame of the forge and the hair, he watches the smoke just sort of gently starts to billow out of like the sides and front of his mouth. I am ready.
Candle Flicker, seeing Roppel's flame change on his head, leans in very close to look at it and clicks, and eyes are still really big. Click. Oh. Stares at the flame in, like, hypnotized wonder. Perhaps a bit close for personal space, but I don't know if Rappel cares about that sort of thing.
100% does not.
I thought not. I was like, he's a living machine. Maybe does not understand that either.
Right. Ready to begin the main ceremony?
Naturally.
Okay. Making your way up to the stage, the crowd is like, clapping and say little cheers, nothing over the top, just mainly to, well, be polite, nothing else. The mayor stands at the top and welcomes you with open arms. Says, yes, everyone, please, a round of applause for our guests from the church. And y'all well know that we've been having this ceremony for, this time every year for the last 5 decades? Yes, 5 decades. And during those 5, at least 2 of them, I have been proud, nay, privileged to be your mayor. And I must say, it's always been an honor, not only to do what I can to bring this town together, but also to head this night of nights where we go and show our thanks to Pelor during these darkest moments of the entire year. Now, as is customary for this ceremony to commence, I now turn the podium over to our 4 clerics who will go a blessing fitting of Pelor. Who would like to go and give their blessing first?
Rop will sort of look and wait to see, and as uh, the half moment of tension builds as no one steps forward, Rop will sort of step up. The incense smoke still sort of billowing from their mouth. So as they're talking, like gouts of smoke and incense are spewing with each of the words. Side note: do I know who the head priest of the temple that I'm at? What their name is? I don't care anything about them at this point. Just for simplicity, just a name that I might know.
Certainly, give me one second. That name would be. Let's go with that works. Let's see. Copy the save. So hang on. DM loading. DM loading. William. Father William.
Robble, only knowing what a public speech looks like by any of the sermons that Father William would give, uh, they're going to do their best to imitate sort of the praises and the prayers that Father William does. But he'll step forward and sort of address the audience, and he essentially just thinks back to the most recent prayer and tries to summarize the same thing. He steps up and, as we stand here, and it's nighttime at this point, right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. As we stand here in the night, it is easy for us to forget the light of Pelor when we are surrounded by darkness, especially in these cold months where the sun leaves us for most of the day. However, it is important to remember, as we stand here, and I point to each of the things that we're carrying that are light, that have the light spell, and as I get to Brussels, I just sort of point back to myself, since you didn't cast anything with light. I say, as we can be lights in the darkness, remember you are all your own candles. Pelor bestows his light onto you as well. We will light the way where we go, but you must keep the flame burning here as we venture forth. Light, warmth, and blessing of Pelor be unto all of you. And as he says that, as they say that, I'll swallow whatever's left of the chunk of incense that's in my mouth and just erupt in smoke from both the stomach and the mouth.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Cool.
And as I turn around, I sort of whisper quietly to the rest of the group. That was horrified on a multitude of levels. Please, someone else speak.
Ah, so you can feel horror.
Horrifying.
I request to go last, if it's all right to you two.
Now, Flicker looks at Kaylin and bobs their head up and down, as if to see, like, are they going next?
Kaylin will take a moment and kind of hold herself there for a second, kind of like clap her chest a little bit to clear her throat, because she's still not really good at the talking in front of crowds bit. And will
Side note, if I could, sorry. Knowing how scared I was and seeing the look on everyone else's face, as I walk back to my place, I would like to cast I know it's only for attack rolls and saving throws, but fundamentally I'm going to cast Bless on the other three.
Okay.
With that being the only thing I can think of to sort of instill them with any sort of help or confidence.
Right on. Right on. So with that in mind, Carolyn.
So she would then step forward out to where our friend here had just spoken. It's keep wanting to say Ropel. It's Ropel, right?
It's either, but Roppel is what we've been using.
Okay. So steps out to where Ropel had been standing and speaks out to the crowd, holding the mace in her left hand and kind of gesturing while she talks with her right. Blessings be upon you all this wonderful holiday evening. As we all know, Palo's light guides us all as we continue through our lives, and this is a yearly celebration to remind us all how much we appreciate and how much we honestly and truly feel connected to the light of Palo. And she kind of looks around a little bit, like sneaking in like a really deep breath, like, oh God, I think I can do this. I really think I can. And looking around, just goes, always remember that it is always darkest just before the dawn. And so, always look for the light, because Palo will be there to guide you. Always. It may not be in the way that you expect, but he will not lead you astray. Blessings be to the light. And she lifts up her mace with this glowing sigil for a moment, and then steps back and kind of fades back into the group.
The crowd just getting more and more enthused with every passing of one of these speeches.
Kendall bobs their head at Roppel when they came back, and then also at Kaylin when they returned, approvingly. Well, as much as a bird can bob their head in approval. And then realizes it is their turn. Pauses for a second, and then hops kind of unceremoniously into the center of whatever stage there is, and looks at the crowd, tilts their head, then lets out a quack, and opens their beak, and a woman's voice comes out that is clearly not their own voice. And it says, "We found you around this time of year. You were cold and hungry in the alleyway, practically at death's door. But Pelor calls us to help those in need, and to feed those who are hungry, and to give to those who are poor. Because even in the darkest days, we are a light to one another. And just as I was your light, you can be a light to another. You may not have your own words, but Pelor can speak for you. And through your actions, you will speak for Pelor's deeds." And then with a quack, Candle hops over to, I think on the stage, I'm guessing, or there on this platform, there's like a statue of Pelor of some kind, I'm assuming, or some sort of altar.
Yeah.
And then hops over to it and taps their glowing candle, like tink tink, onto the altar, and casts light again, to transfer the light from their candle onto this altar. So now the altar is lit. They hop back, because at this point they had turned their back to the crowd to do this. They unceremoniously hop back up towards the front of the crowd. And then, in separate voices, says the fragmented terms, "Blessings from Pelor! Abundance! Abundance!" And then takes a deep bow twice, and then hops back to the others.
That's really sweet.
That was that speech was from the I guess the woman clergy that found Candle as like a chick, being like an urchin in the alleyway pickpocketing people to survive. So kind of just regurgitated that speech.
Yeah. Had a feeling.
And there it is, yeah.
Okay.
And it as Candle Flicker returns, Russell's walks on, his holy symbol, which is his pocket watch in hand. With a flick of a motion, he opens it and casts thaumaturgy, causing all the light around the stage to dim. And he walks in to the center position. My compatriots have talked of Pelor's blessings to the masses, the deserving of all of you. But I would like to end off in Pelor's blessing to those of you who've had less fortunate times. Those of you who struggle to see the light, as it may frustratingly elude you. Those of you who felt that in these trying times, that there is no light left in this world. I'd like to remind you that it's nothing but time. Like the day and the moon, The sun will rise, the sun will set, and your time in the sun will come, and your time with Palor will come. So keep on that wayward march. Keep on, no matter how much it pains you, no matter how much you want to stray from the light, because I can assure you, the pass, and he liked his holy symbol with light, will find you. And then he uses thaumaturgy again to reignite everything even brighter. And you have earned it. And I promise you that. And he walks away to the rest of them.
The crowd just begins applauding and cheering and just hollering at this display of lights, of passion, of soul. A few of the kids actually come on stage bearing a few of the lanterns they made with their classmates, and you notice a few of them actually have a few tiny, like little paper mache trees made onto necklaces.
Any of the children that come up, I'll spend the time and I will cast light on each lantern or each necklace. Any child that comes up to me with a gift or an offering or anything, I will absolutely cast light on it.
A few of them kind of go and gasp in wonder at just seeing like their handmade little, some kind of sloppily necklaces, even a little bit of kind of glue sticking out a bit of them. You know, that classic like kindergartner style quality. A few of them also just like are amazed at the lanterns. A few of them just, Mom, Dad, start running off before you even got a chance to see, really what the full effect was. One little girl, Roppel, goes and just notices you don't have anything, and the rest of you too. It's like, would you like one of the necklaces? We have extra.
Rappel will sort of. I'm assuming they had been kneeling down the entire time. He'll look to the child and will nod and say, "Anything made by the hands of those praising Palor, I will be happy to wear."
Okay. Here. She goes and picks up one with a tinsel. It looks all kinds of different shades of gold, red, blue. Very festive looking. Okay, and scratch dinner, tip your toes to get over your head.
I'll like pull in and like dim the flame on my head as much as I can.
Okay. Trying to get it just. I did it! Seeing this, the other kids look at each other and just pointing to the other ones like, no, you should wear mine. No, you should wear mine. To the rest of you. All of them are also trying to pass on extra lanterns. They just seeing you all be so welcoming. They just want you to take a part in this.
I am writing something. Hold on.
Okay. Candle flicker, I see you. Okay.
Trying to resist natural birdie tendencies to collect all the shinies and be a little humble about it, but it's definitely a little bit like giddy that they're getting what amounts to like just paper mache or like aluminum tinsel stuff that is like otherwise in terms of gold value junk, but they are just like gleeful, and hopefully that glee is pouring over onto the children that they're like receiving, like just wearing like at this point nearly 10 of these necklaces that are like so tacky and just overlapping each other, but it's just like it's just like the shiny.
You can see that you're like.
I hate to interrupt, but
yes.
So basically, what you're telling us, Jade, is that you're playing yourself?
Why are you calling me out like this? Damn it.
Well,
Sorry, I had to throw her under the bus.
there goes all,
Dang.
there goes all those piety
Mhm.
points.
No.
So
I mean,
I-
Candle is still a Kenku, and so it's happy shiny. This is the best thing you could have given to
Yeah.
Candle is shinies, like worthless shinies, but shinies, bottle caps, tin
I
cents.
imagine there's like so much like cheap glitter, like being falling off of you that there's gonna be like your clothes gonna be sparkly for years to come.
Yeah, because it's not like they're gonna wash them.
It's true, true.
I hate to say it, but
I'm
you know.
guessing between Candle and Roppel, we'll stay there and take as many necklaces and lanterns as kids want to give us. If I was putting something in my inventory, how many crappy children's necklaces do I now have?
For you, you have at least 12. For Candle, she has 17.
Nice.
Carrie Lynn, like, would you actually Carrie Lynn and Brussels would at least accept like one or two of these at best, just to be polite?
Oh, Kaylin would
For
absolutely
politeness sake.
accept them. She flipping loves kids.
Okay.
She may be awkward around them, but she loves kids.
All right. We'll say then second there, I'm gonna tell my eyes getting tired. It's like, what the hell? That's a 25! No, it's just a 10. Eyesight's going. So you have at least 10 necklaces around you, and we'll say at least, 3 or 4 different lanterns of different shapes and quality. We'll see if any of them actually fly. And what about you, Brussels? Just for flavor's sake.
For politeness sakes only. Accepting. That's about it.
Okay. We'll say at the very least you accept 3. So you're not like Mardi Gras it up on the side. Okay. All right, kids. All right, kids. And they're fine after Bill starts to like, back to your places, back to your places. Now comes my favorite part of the whole evening. The releasing of the lanterns. Now, everyone, if you please, you watch everyone kind of go and bend down and start lighting up and like entangled, they're releasing the floating lanterns into the sky. Starts a double trickle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It starts to kind of grow. The bear comes by with a little bit of a lit match, like, let me get those for you. Starts to light yours up, giving you all the chance to release your own lanterns up. If you want, that is.
As these are happening, can I do just a glance over the crowd to try to see a child who looks particularly despondent in this moment, who is visibly sad?
Certainly. Give a perception check if you don't mind for just
Yeah.
that.
24.
24. As you kind of watch the others, kind of. I mean, I'm assuming the rest of you. Do you go and release your lanterns up at all?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If it's given to me.
Candle will make the best attempt to do so. But as with all things, Candle's movements are not necessarily graceful.
Okay.
But I assume the lantern will eventually be released into the sky.
Okay.
Probably with the help of some child that takes pity on them.
All right. And Brussels, just to double check.
I did say if it's given to me.
Okay. So you would have a few that would have been putting them up. So while your comrades are either staring at the lantern, like trying to decide whether to release it or not, and the other pointing to the sky, Roppel, you look down and notice the entire crowd is like booking it out of dodge. We're
Uh,
talking scampering for any open doorway, any open alleyway.
I immediately try to just have. I use my active to look for the child. I do have a passive perception of 22, so I'm now just like instinctively trying to see what they might be fleeing from.
The child you saw before is being carried off by their parents into a door that quickly gets shut, curtains closed. By this point, I would say the rest of you also, in turn, kind of like noticed everyone starting to disappear, leaving just the four of you on the stage.
I quickly just instinctively draw my shield and light hammer and begin to sort of look around for what might have caused the dispersal.
Same. I have pocket watch in hand and a crossbow from my back pocket, hidden that was hidden underneath my coat.
Oh,
Candle and carry light.
oh
Carry
boy,
light, sorry.
the music
I mean,
changed.
I already have my mace out,
Yeah, you had that mini
so
ready.
it's just bright as flipping day.
Uh,
um,
that music is way too dark to what I want for this moment. There we go. Maybe this will be a bit better. I always hear the music like after I have to reload the screen on this side, so part of it's a bit over dramatic. I want this to be.
So at this point, now seeming to be the last one to notice that everyone is gone except for the four of them, Candle Flicker looks around the room and then tilting their head, um, kind of like actually like takes their candle and puts it out. And you can kind of see like their eyes expand as they look around the room in the darkness.
Well, courtyard,
To,
but
in the to see within 300 feet everything, to see what is happening right now.
you see one lone small creature standing about 100 feet away, staring back at you four with bright, vibrant emerald eyes. A
Can
cat.
can can I cast a spell?
You can certainly try.
Um, having a very like suddenly like tensed poise, Candle's going to click and then focus on the cat and tries to use detect thoughts on the cat.
Okay. As you go to start to cast the spell, you hear a. Are you all this here? The cat slowly starts to kind of walk towards you.
Is this something that they say out loud or that I'm hearing in as
He-
their thoughts being spoken?
The cat actually speaks.
Oh. Do I hear anything in
Uh,
their head aside from that? Like, or
no.
no?
A half elf. A birdie. A human and. Oh. A giant toy. Oh. I haven't had such playthings in a long time.
Uh, it absolute idiot Roppel is going to the shield's going to stay on his arm, but he'll put down the light hammer and sort of walk towards the cat, hop off the stage, and go. Well, it's a small cat. I don't know what anyone is afraid of. We have these at the temple all the time. It's weird that this one is speaking, but I'm a
Kick.
talking forge, so I guess I don't have much I can say for that. What game would you like to play, little one?
Oh, it rubs against your legs, kind of weaving around. My favorite. A little bit of, what do your kind say? A little bit of cat and mouse. You see, the mayor made a deal with me. For the past 3 years, I get to receive playthings this time near the end of the season. And in return, I don't eradicate the entire town.
Click, click.
Don't like this. At the end of that sentence, Brussels is gonna try to use command stop on the cat. So command word
Hmm.
stop to make it stop in its tracks.
The cat decides to sit down, start licking its paw a little bit.
Stop speaking your riddles. What do you really want?
I'm not speaking riddles. I want to have fun with my toys.
I'm gonna guess command didn't go through at all.
Well, it stopped where it was walking around.
Hmm. If this cat is threatening us, or and these people, then it should be. Then we should stop it. I say to all the others.
Click, click. Candle flicker stares at the cat. It and kind of feathers are starting to stand up a little bit on its on the back of its neck as it makes like a grumbling noise. Um, and and says to the cat, "Your name, your name."
It's Yule, bird brain. I tire of these questions. Let's start playtime.
Is
I am
cat still around my feet?
indeed.
I will then, um, as soon as they insult, um, insult Candle and show less than calm emotions, I am going to. I'd like to do Word of Radiance while they're near me.
Okay.
Utter divine word, and burning radiance erupts from me. Each creature within 5 feet of me must make a Constitution saving throw. DC is 15.
Okay. Da-da-da-da. 15, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. The cat, oh, rolled a 10. So you hear a followed by a little noise as the cat.
And the words that I'm saying is this is um I sort of ready myself and I say, Your darkness offends Paylor. And it's 5 points of radiant damage.
Right. As you say that, the Yule does drop over dead. For just a moment, as you watch as out of its shadow, it comes back out with a devilish look in its eyes. Roll initiative, please, you four.
Baller.
Ugh. Holy crap. What the fuck is this?
Not great.
Okay, 7, 10,
I got an
Oh
18.
God, where is it? Oh God, I have nothing to
18?
add to initiative.
There you go, 6. Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't have
And
my character sheet built out, so
that's okay.
in roll
I
20,
mean,
so I just have a button for it.
that's fine. You're doing it the classic way. A few people have been doing that. I mean, that's what I've been doing the entire night. Okay, so cool.
Actually, that's wrong. That should be a dirty 20. I don't know why it's giving -1 when I have a +1 to my initiative.
Okay, okay. Either way, Roppel, you are up first.
Oh god. So we are just looking at a giant creature of flame or
No,
of
no,
shadow.
I mean the cat died and came back out as the same size of a cat.
Okay. So it's still just a cat, but it fell down and got back up.
That is correct.
It got knocked down and then it got up again
Never
Yeah,
because
I
knows.
mean,
you're
there's
never
currently,
gonna keep it
out.
down.
I mean, there's currently like a dead cat corpse next to the new reborn Yule.
Oh, so it like left a corpse and made a new one.
Yep, out of its shadow.
Oh, that's creepy as shit. Um,
Doppelganger.
Rappel sort of gets between the other three and the cat, looks to them, sort of points his hands back at his friends. I don't trust this creature. Blessings of Paylor on us all, and I will cast Bless at 2nd level, so everyone will be blessed.
Okay.
And
Y'all,
I have nothing as a bonus action.
okay. You all feel the warmth of the blessing cast onto you as you feel a little bit of extra defense. Making it now Yule's turn. Ah, yes, I do love it when my playthings fight back. With that, his eyes glow for a brief moment as all of you feel a warmth coming from around your neck. As the various necklaces you're wearing start to kind of hum, as Yule starts to get bigger. No, not bigger. The world around you, is actually getting bigger. As you over to realize, you're in smaller, to the size of mice. Ah, that's more like it. Now, who wants to try? I do, please. Show me what you got.
Candle, seeing that, are the necklaces huge and we're small?
Nope, the necklace shrunk down with you.
Candle, like, reaches around their neck for the necklaces, grabs them, looks up at this giant cat, looks down, eyes go wide, and then all of a sudden, just inside the cat's head, starts squawking deafeningly loud inside the cat's head, incessantly, like a bird that's just been so fucking ruffled. Like,
Okay.
just like noise, cacophony of cawing, just in the cat's head. Like, it's
Okay.
freaking the fuck out. Like, deafeningly loud, but only inside the cat's head. Like, but clearly, like, on the outside, this bird is like, its neck is trying to, like, retreat into its shoulders as it's, like, trying to sort of pull the necklaces off as it's telepathically cawing in the cat's ears as annoyingly as possible.
The cat, you notice, as you do this, is just pawing at its head with all the voices in it. As you try to pull the necklaces off, they actually start to shrink around your neck more, almost at the point like a collar. The tinsel is weird. It's like almost like steel around your neck as the curse of the Yule's amulets take hold upon you all, keeping you at this size.
So as it gets tighter, the clawing just gets worse. I'm just letting you know now.
Okay.
It continues to get worse. I'm sorry.
It's trying to curse us.
It
fine.
is. We are cursed. It sounds like
You
we
are
are
cursed.
fucking cursed.
You're now
Good.
mouse-sized. Carrie Lynn, you're up.
Isn't it my turn?
Oh, that's right. It's your turn. Sorry. Apologies.
All right. I'm gonna try remove curse on myself.
Okay.
And as a bonus to that, I'm gonna activate Voice of Authority since Ropo is the closest. Take it down. Don't let it get away. So that means you can use your reaction to make an attack. One weapon attack against a creature of your choice that you can see.
One weapon attack.
Yep.
I put away my melee weapon.
Oh well.
I said that as I was jumping off, so I don't know if I can do like a sacred flame cantrip attack.
I'll allow that. I'll
Okay.
allow that.
Does he get advantage because the cat's distracted by fucking noise inside of its head?
Yeah. The cat does not like that.
Because I'm
Oh.
basically using the help action, I guess.
But did
Well,
remove
it's
curse
a dex
work?
save on the cat, so I don't know if you want to give them
I am
disadvantage on it.
Yeah, I'm checking on the curse real quick. Because let's see how they.
I heard curse, so I chose remove curse.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's see. For the sake of the module, I would imagine that the level of curse on this right now only does the same as trying to remove it. It kind of like stays tight around your neck.
Typical. Okay, well, that's my turn.
So but you can't do the attack though.
On the cat for the sacred flame.
All right, go for it.
No, the cat has to make the dex save, and I don't know if you're gonna, instead of me having advantage, he'll have disadvantage.
Waste of my second spell slot.
Okay. If you want, for the sake of fairness, you can give your spell slot back for the remove curse there, buddy. Because whether you have that for the rest of the session, then
I'll try.
Yeah.
the second plan I had. I'm gonna call a Roggenwolf. So
Oh,
I take a whistle from the inside of my coat, and I blow it out so as the sound reverberates throughout the town as I await the approach of my Roggenwolf.
okay.
I don't even know where this spell came from. It was just a choice, and I decided to take it.
Fair.
I've never
It
heard
fails.
of this spell.
It fails the save, by the way, Gupster.
Okay. So that will be.
I don't know. It was an option. I decided to take it because it sounded cool.
5 damage. 5 radiant
damage.
Oh, how much was that? The damage?
5.
5. Okay. You watch as the cat just engulfs in flames as that current cat of Yule flops down, bleh, dead for the round. You can see the shadows starting to kind of form around it, trying to reform a new cat. In the distance, you hear a coming forward as actually it gets it from a different book here. A rugged wolf. It is basically what looks like to be a mix between a polar bear and a wolf.
Hell yeah!
A large wolf with long white fur and black eyes peeks its way from the shadows. It's kind of like runs towards you and just scoops you up in its paws.
I need assistance with this feline, and I point towards the evil cat. See if I can persuade it to attack it.
The rockin' wolf just nods and starts to already get down on all fours, ready to go and attack the cat. The rest of you, you hear a very distant shouting like, "Over here! Over here! Quick, quick! Over here!" You turn your sights to see another person, just like yourselves, with a necklace around their neck at your height, wearing clothes that look like they came from things stolen from people's cupboards, with a giant button fastened across the front, trying to wave you over to a very flamboyant house on the one side of the square.
Can
We'll
Hmm?
go ahead and head towards the voices. Or wait, no, it's not even my turn. Duh.
It is your
Your
turn.
t-
It is your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, it
you're the
is.
last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hurrah! Then I'm going to head for the voices that are screaming, since they are also indeed screwed by being itty bitty.
Okay. Give me an athletics roll to see how far you actually run.
Oh god.
13. Okay. So you managed to make it about we'll say like maybe a halfway to the front door. I mean, for you, it's about maybe another 60 feet your size, but in real world, it's probably about maybe 5 feet.
We tiny.
You tiny.
Can I just say, I feel especially sorry for the mouse in my pocket, which is now a mouse's mouse.
Yeah, that's the size of a lice.
The mouse is now
Oh,
a
no.
louse because I have a background of an urchin, so I have a tiny mouse in my cloak, and
Amazing.
now it's even smaller.
Oh no.
It's the tiniest mouse.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ruppel, you see Carrie Lynn running off towards the woman. It's your turn. What do you do?
I am going to. So I can see the shadow reforming, correct?
Correct.
But it is not a cat yet.
Not yet.
Um, I am going to yell to the rest of them, quickly, get to safety. I will make sure this thing cannot follow for the moment. And I am actually going to. I want to make sure this thing goes down, so I'm going to hold a guiding bolt.
Mhm.
I will move to the range. Well, as far as I can. Guiding bolt has a massive range.
Yeah.
But I will sort of keep myself between the cat and the rest of them. And as I step back, I will hold a guiding bolt. So the moment the cat materializes, I want to kill it again.
Okay.
So before, like, is the instant I can, before it is able to do any damage, I want to try to knock it back down with a guiding bolt.
All right. Just fitting, because on its turn, the cat, or I should say Yule, does reform twice his size as before. You would judging by it, it's about the size of a panther now, and you just hear like, oh, not there. Oh. No matter. Release your guiding bolts.
Take my attack, and that is a. Oh, thank you, dice 26 to hit.
Okay.
All
right, that does hit.
Oh, fucking garbage on the dice, though. 10 points of radiant damage on 4d6.
Okay.
Woof. If he doesn't die,
Cat.
he is glowing, though, so the next one has. Oh, he's down?
He's not down yet.
Oh.
Yule. I'm sure I'm going to call for now for at least Super Yule, because he's now the size of a panther, which for all of you is about the size of a colossus.
So wait, this cat is actually the size of a panther now.
Yeah. And
Oh no.
The cat's growing every time we knock it down.
No, God.
The next attack on it does have advantage.
okay. But it's fitting. because while the cat is trying to still reform and try to find you all, I would say that the Roggen Wolf tackles the cat. You watch as, from basically your perspective, two giant kaiju-sized animals are rustling in the town square. Full-on, let them fight action going on.
And as we're retreating, I guess I call back, retreat the cover when you can. Keep our backs protected as I run to follow my comrades. That's just the order I'm giving it.
Okay. Right on. So, while Yule is wrestling with the Roggen Wolf, do you wish to stay to help him out, or do you want to go follow the cover?
Well, I told him to, like, as soon as we're out of sight, just to get away. That's essentially the gist of what I was trying to say.
Yeah. I'm looking like the rest of your party members. Basically, trying to find out: do I continue combat, or say we jump to all of you escaping? So I'm assuming they're wrestling to be and give you all enough time to go join the other mouse-sized woman.
I would run, but Roppel also has a ridiculously bad walking speed. I only have 20 feet per round, so it will take me a hot minute. I am a giant running oven.
Somebody left their oven on, it looks like.
Womp womp.
Not to mention, like,
Wow.
you're going in all this.
That was bad.
How many points of psychic damage did I take from that joke?
I don't know. I'm
No,
not a bard,
you're good. You're
so
good.
none. I'm not a bard, so none. But you don't need to tell Candle twice, because having been their background as an urchin, if they're outnumbered, they're going to run away. So they're already running, trying to get these necklaces off still. And now they're cawing, like, audibly, like, just freaking out bird noises. Like, just a mess. Feathers are coming off, and they're just running. It's real bad. It's not pretty. Basically. Sorry.
Right.
I made a fucking gremlin. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. I know. Carrot's going for it. Okay, Russell's okay. Which just means they check one thing. I need to check our running oven. Can you give me like an athletics roll to see how long it actually takes you to get to the house?
Oh, do I need to make one too, or?
Oh no, because you actually have full running speed. You're faster.
I have legs, long, like bird leg.
I've got a whopping 10.
10.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Do you need guidance?
I mean,
Can
it
I
would certainly help.
I
Yeah.
cast guidance.
Touch him.
I mean, technically, more than one person could throw guidance on you.
The caw of urgency erupts in your ears.
Did it actually stack, though?
I think I don't know.
I've been DMing for 13 hours. I say it does at this point.
DM rules.
I mean, if you got guidance, screw it. If he's allowing
Everyone
it.
cheer Roppel on. Get them over here.
Yeah. Roppel.
Roppel.
That takes my 11 to a 9, or my 11 to a 20. I got almost as much from the 3 guidance as I did from my actual roll.
Amazing. But we'll say, as Roppel is feeling his comrades cheering him on.
The power of Halo is in me.
The fire just goes full force, like someone overstocked the fuel, and it just whoosh.
The little Roppel that could.
That's right.
I like to point out, for the sake of puns, a while ago, Marcel in chat said like 9 lives for the cat, which I think is spot on. And also, note to self: don't feat. I'm assuming Kendall spelling after midnight.
Oh, is Candle?
Candle, yeah. Because you're a little gremlin.
I made a gremlin, yeah. Well,
yeah,
I
like that. I like that reference. You're awesome, Marcel. Okay. But for the sake of me wanting to make sure we get through all this. You do all make it to the house and find that the woman is leading you to a little mouse-sized hole outside the house. Like, quick, in here, quick, just come on in. Before Yule tears apart that scary wolf bear dog.
I
That's
give
kind of badass.
I give her a look. It's like
Wolf.
I give her a disappointed look, as if it doubts my companion's ability.
I don't doubt. I'm just never
Keep-
seen something like that before.
Keep walking.
Okay. One by one, we'll say you all make it inside. Looks like to be a very lovely, very put together kitchen. As you watch as the woman kind of goes and covers the hole. Well, that was the hard part.
First things first, I want to ritual cast detect magic on these damn rings. So
I'll
take the
also
full
do
time for that.
identify.
I'll take the full time for that.
I'll ritual
what-
cast identify along with that. I
Okay.
believe I did that. Yeah.
So we'll get the nature and what it actually is,
All right.
which is good. It's free.
So we'll say it. Yeah. We'll say that as you guys take the time to do that. The wind just goes and just finally introduces herself. Hi, I'm Jane Broadbottom, and we desperately need your help in this town.
Candle perks up as they hear the name Broadbottom. Broadbottom.
Explain.
Yeah.
Look up from my identify. Do you have a daughter by chance?
I do. She's all right.
Candle.
My Nyla.
Candle opens her mouth, and Nyla's voice comes out. Do you think Pelor will bring my parents back?
Oh, that's heart wrenching.
Ouch.
I'm so. No, what
I-
else is Candle supposed to say? Like,
No,
Candle.
no, I
I
know
mean-
that's right for Candle, but like,
Yeah.
nothing as a
Sorry.
person is like, oh, that I'm dead. I have died.
Yeah, seriously.
Sorry.
Okay. Before we go to the break, Carrie, do you have anything you would like to throw out there for the 15 minutes?
Because I'm pretty sure that a crow just traumatized some parents.
I'm sorry.
It's really fucking funny.
This crow is already traumatized. Is not thinking straight. That's their weird way of letting them know that the child is alive. I guess.
I can't get over Roggenwolf. Like
Such
what even is the
devastation was
spell?
not your intention.
Attention. Oh God.
It's such
All right.
devastation.
What a weird fucking.
That I'm gonna
spell.
put. We're gonna go do the break. 15-minute break, guys.
Oh yeah.
We will
We'll be back
speak later,
For the second
Astian.
half of the Yule Cat of Burgheim.
No.
Wow.
Sorry.
That's awesome. Hey, is my child okay? Oh yeah, they're just emotionally broken asking strangers for miracles during attack.
Not only that, they think you're dead.
Hi, baby. Jade is traumatizing NPCs.
I'm sorry. Do you need a healing word for that burn that I just gave you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that, but you know, communication issues. Given Kenku, can only say what has heard. It's like, oh, that child! I've heard that child's voice. Let me mimic something the child said recently. Yeah. I fell over dead. I'm so sorry, everyone. Well, the parents are alive. That's good. That's good, right? That's...
What the?
Parents are
What
alive. Well, at
did you
least mom is alive. Right. right?
We are the size of mice.
Over here having an existential crisis. Takes out their tiny mouse, which is now a mouse-sized mouse. A louse-sized mouse. Looks sad and flustered. Has lost some feathers.
I didn't trust the mayor, but now I kind of hate the whole town because are they like in on it? They have to be in on it.
Oh, part of me feels like this cat is just bigger and scarier than anything they can deal with. So they've sort of like made a deal with the devil because they can't find a way to deal with this cat any other way. So they've become to grudgingly accept this cat's out of fear, you know, like we have to do this or it will kill us all, like, which sucks and is not great, but if you can't beat it, it's like, well, I either have to sacrifice one person or everyone will die, and that's frightening. So I get it, but it stinks.
All right, I'm going to utilize this break too. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. It's almost 6 a.m. I'm surprised I'm up.
Right?
I'm sorry. You know what? I could have used any one of my spells in a useful manner, but I went full gremlin,
It was amazing.
and I decided to just
Yeah, have fun, man. Have fun.
have a fucking freak out as a bird. Like,
It was great.
what? You're doing what? It doesn't help that like this is a urchin turned clergy that probably has some self-preservation instincts that aren't exactly graceful. You know, like you do. How long is the break, Jim?
15 minutes.
How much longer do we have? Okay, I'm gonna mute myself and use the restroom. I'll be back.
For anybody who's listening, I was scrolling through TikTok, and I came across the Toothless the Puppy TikTok. 100% you need to follow that thing. It's so good.
Guys, I'm gonna get eaten alive by a giant spider that's crawling up my wall right now. Rip me.
Rip. Wait, what happened? I just came back. What's up?
There's a giant spider on the office wall.
No,
It's gonna eat me. It's gonna cannibalize me.
I'm. You know what? Rest and fuck. I guess. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Preston, fuck.
Where's Adam? I can't help you. I don't know what to do. Adam!
He just went to take a shower because he has to leave for work
no.
soon.
Oh no. I'm very sorry. I can do nothing for you.
I was updating him on all of the shenanigans between the Final Fantasy date auction that I was a part of
Oh god.
and the start of this.
During the break, I went into my bedroom and I shut my blinds and got it ready for me to be able to just go in and collapse after we're done.
Oh yeah. Understandable. Definitely understandable.
We're gonna die to a giant cat thing, aren't we?
You know what? There's probably worse ways to go, maybe, but I can't think of them. So yeah.
This spider is the size of a quarter.
No!
It's going to eat me alive.
I'm back.
Is it? Does it have an hourglass on the back? Hi, Para.
No. It's just a standard fucking house spider in goddamn Washington State.
Well, where the hell is its house, and why can't it go back there?
It apparently wants to steal my house, and so it's
No.
going to just eat me.
No, no, Murphy, no.
Rip me forever.
Rip, rest and fuck. It's gonna eat your house. Eat you. What?
hope you guys,
Toothless?
if you have not seen Toothless the puppy on TikTok, there is the link. They're adorable. They have a set of foam dice that they make him roll.
Oh!
They have a
Oh!
cute voice that they give them that is pretty much Layla. It's what I imagine. Like it's your cutesy voice that you do.
Oh.
But they give it to the puppers and they make him roll dice, or her. They make her roll dice,
Oh.
and she is adorable, and I love her, and would burn the world to the ground for her.
She's very cute. Also, false advertising. This dog has teeth, but still extremely cute. 10 out of 10, at least. I see them rolling dice, and it makes me happy.
So good, it's so cute.
Very good. Toothless.
If we want to talk about amazing, any of the videos posted on this Instagram account are the mom talking to the cat, and then the cat is voiced by her little girl.
Oh.
And it's flipping hilarious, and I love it.
Oh.
Mainly because this cat has the best, like, RBF face.
I'd like
Oh
to
my
say,
god.
4 games
This
in,
cat.
this is just me at Flint right now.
My god, it's adorable. This cat is so derpy. I love him.
I love this cat so much.
This cat's cute. Eee. Oh no. I don't like that. I'm ready, but I don't like this. Yeah, actually, yeah. Middle finger to the cat that we're currently dealing with. I mean, yes and no. It's working. What was I gonna do? I can't remember now. Huh.
Had to add a this to be honest on that gift.
Indeed.
We're gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're gonna die. It's fine.
Probably, but that's cool.
Sorry, guys. We've reached the end of the stream for today. You all get eaten by
By
the
the
cat.
way, in my mind the entire time.
Oh,
It had, let's see, the
oh
levels.
god.
Oh my gosh.
You're
Amazing.
not wrong. Not wrong.
Oh, hey everybody! Frankly, I am been up for so long. I think I totally lost track of time. Was that a half hour or 15 minutes? I can't tell. Time is starting to have no meaning.
Beats me.
Oh no, we've hit that point of the night.
Oh yeah. Oh. Let's just say time flows differently at this size.
Actually, that might
Ugh.
actually be true.
Yeah.
In a cosmic sort of way.
So to recap, we got to Burgheim. Got to meet some lovely people like the mayor and Granny and her granddaughter who was missing her parents. Which, oh, look at that! You met up with at least one of her parents. Mind you, all of you now are presently the size of a mouse being chased by regularly presumed to be a very deadly supernatural kitty cat, and are now currently trying to recollect what the crap just happened underneath kind of a decent kitchenette.
At the very least, at least they aren't actually mice.
Yeah. Thought about it, but yeah. All right. But that said, before I do, players wise, it is late. We're all in this together at this point. How are you holding up?
Let's do it.
Woo!
The less you bring
Yes.
attention to how late it is, the more I can handle it physically.
Okay, I'll stop bringing it up.
It's so early.
Just let time flow. All right,
Let it happen.
let it happen.
Flow.
Whoa. Okay.
A spice must flow. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
And by spice, I mean cocaine. That's how I'm still active right now.
I'm
Cocaine.
calling the cops.
Cocaine and cocaine accessories.
I am so glad I'm not the only one that makes that joke, Jade.
Deep sniff.
Calling the cops right fucking now. All of you, jail, straight to jail.
Guys,
Put to jail.
guys,
Oh.
I feel the need to point out that this is supposed to be a stream for the children.
I don't think the intention is for the children to watch it though.
Yeah, this is not a stream for the children. Not by a long shot.
It's a stream supporting children, not a stream for children to watch.
Yeah.
Touche, my good sir.
It's for the children.
Besides,
but
we've
not
said fucking
for
shit
the
like
children.
nonstop, so it's
Oh
too
yeah,
late.
we've
Absolutely too
definitely
late.
cussed. Oh yeah.
Let's see. Finish that part. That's done.
I
Yeah,
also can't
okay.
believe we've got $525 for the children. You guys
Yay!
are pretty cool.
Who wants
All
to?
you
Yeah.
Now
people who
that we're
donated.
tiny, who wants to reenact the Cats movie?
The what?
The Cats
Reenact
movie.
the
I
what?
love. I know I'm seeing it at the leg. I love that bit with the notebook. I love you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My game plans book are just ripping out stuff as either they get destroyed or he gets them
good.
done.
Good joke.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we reached $400. Have we done Mad Libs yet?
Have we?
No, I was gonna start that up
Oh, shit.
later when brain empty and need to be fed lines for
We also
things.
have 5 more traps to use.
I hate.
Yeah.
I personally hate 600 right now. I don't like that.
What's that?
What?
You cut out.
Yeah.
Oh, silly things. I thought you said many things. I was like, I hate that. No.
Yeah, it's the next one's silly things.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
make you keep playing many
Oh.
things. That'd be
Thanks for the
Deadly.
clarification. Like my brain autocorrected and I was like terrified.
We don't do that here.
We did it twice already.
No, the
Yeah.
deck of many things.
No,
we
we did it twice already.
only if they pay. Only if they pay.
Where were you?
Okay.
I was asleep.
Lucky.
Yeah,
I
we
know.
had 2 polls earlier. All right. Let's bring it back in while we still have some of our wits still about us.
Why did I pick a brain character right now? God damn it.
I don't know. What do you think? I made sure the rest of my characters I played tonight are either insane or just dead.
My kingdom for smidge. My kingdom for smidge. Oh my god. Please continue before I lose my mind.
Okay. All right. God, my hands are like starting to shake from the caffeine. Okay.
Drink some water too.
That's good. Your body's
I've been drinking water.
Good.
Yeah, drinking all kinds of water over here.
Good.
Okay. During that time, you guys went to go and identify the necklaces
Detect
around
magic.
you. Detect magic and identify. Well, let's see. You first identified that the magic item itself is specifically called the Amulet of Krampus,
Krampus?
which Krampus.
Oh, Krampus.
Krampus.
Eat
And
it into the abyss.
if only you could take it off. As for the magic, you can tell that it has full on like deity level of curse power, but more necromantic in nature. Whoever put the magic on this was on the level of a god.
Bitchin'.
Mm-hmm. But while you guys have been identifying and going over this stuff, the woman who previously was mentioned as Jane, who, after a little bit of, jeez, Guppy just posted a picture of like multiple cans of Monster energy
Mhm.
drinks and a big gulp.
Your poor bladder, man. God.
I don't know
Ugh.
these things.
Yeah.
Well, At least that bucket
But
could be dual purpose. Continue.
they go bring up this thing. But Jane starts been trying to fill it in as much as she can, despite the shock to her system from the Kenku before the break.
Sorry.
um, yeah, me and my husband were the sacrifices last year. I was lucky and managed to get away while, let's just say that it's been a very long and lonely year. The mayor has kept me locked up in his home, which she dresses around as where we presently are. But I managed to break out because I frankly did not see another soul fall victim to that evil feline's ways.
The fact that you were able to escape and come up with this place despite the evil creature out there is a miracle of Palor in and of itself. You are truly. The situation is terrible, but you have made the best outcome you could have given your resources. You are quite impressive.
Yeah, thousands. I appreciate that. It has not been an easy year.
Candle just looks super depressed and sad.
Tell us what you understand of the creature.
Well, I know that it's after the something the mayor took from it, a emerald green object that he keeps up in his bedroom. Uh, he'll help me work together. We may have a chance to go and retrieve it and maybe save the town from these awful, awful sacrifices.
Emerald green object. Emerald green object.
She nods.
What they're saying, I believe what they're asking is what is this object? Is it a gem? Is it jewelry? Is it a weapon or an item? Do we know anything more about it?
I know that it gives off a green hue. I was never able to actually see into the boxes with containing it contained it. It was straight up like a Pulp Fiction kind of thing. Open the box, like, oh yeah, this will work.
Candle kind of makes like a gurgling noise, as if like about to expel something from its throat, but then opens its mouth to like in a nasty like voice, cursed, as if like it sounds as though like the voice is kind of accusatory. Clearly, it's trying to mimic something. Emerald object, cursed.
Possibly, but Yule wants it back desperately so.
And over this past year that you've been here, what has been the obstacle that has prevented you from being able to get it? What path along the way? Is it locating it? Is it removing it from a case? What has prevented you from acquiring it yourself?
It's probably too heavy for how small we are, I'd assume.
My
well-
wondering is Yule if Yule's aware of its location, why hasn't Yule just gone after it itself?
Oh, that I can answer. Yeah. Apparently, that it's just a lot of work and it's feeling a little bit not up to it. Rather go take a nap, apparently.
Um, Roppel sort of says, well, I know we're small, but getting to it, the size might actually help us in that endeavor. And as far as moving it, he reaches into his backpack and you watch as he just unloads a bunch of crap. He unloads like 2 block and tackle, a bunch of pittons, rope, and their hammer, and like a crowbar. I've I've been practicing my ability to forge things, and so I've got a lot of tools that have helped me with my uh, relative lack of strength over the past few years. So this may be of some help for us.
Well then, seems like we have a plan. Obtain the item, bargain with this Yule, and perhaps some payback against this crook of a mayor.
Bargain. Cool.
Let me ask you, Miss. What was the name again? I forgot the name. The last name. It was
Jane, broad bottom.
Miss Broadbottom. Are you capable of defending yourself in combat?
Not really. I'm decent at hiding and make my way around in the shadows.
Then you should remain
Um,
here, as
you won't know the way though. I've had a year to map out this place.
at least she's good at hiding. All right
Uh,
then, but the first sign of trouble, keep yourself scarce.
She nods.
Flicker, when you speak directly into someone's mind, if I've witnessed that a few times, I think, in our time together, are you able to speak freely, or are you still uh, are you still using your mimicked words?
Slicker looks at Roppel and looks speak freely, mimicked words. Nods.
Uh, Keeping us safe, perhaps you may want to uh, telepathically communicate with Yule about our intention to have him leave this town by retrieving his item.
Let's not in.
Candles
Let's not in.
sweats.
I would. I would. I would wait against this. Let's not entice this whatever it is before we have the object in hand.
Bargain. Yule.
Exactly.
Emerald.
We can't bargain without a material to bargain with.
Bargain with Emerald. Yule.
I feel like the fact that
Sorry.
we are trying to help him get something that he was unable to, we could certainly use a powerful distraction if we would need it.
If it comes to that.
Candle contorts their face a little bit and then in Yule's voice says, I want to play with my toys.
There's also that.
Shudders.
Kayleen, you would be the tiebreaker here. Your opinion?
I would think that it would be best if we um didn't risk getting ourselves killed, because then I am assuming if one of us were to try to call on him, he would have some way to track us.
Quite frankly, we're just not we're not very privy to the full capabilities of our current adversary, and I say current as he will likely attempt to annihilate us. The
So
point.
I think it best that we go about the way of obtaining his prize before we attempt to bargain.
Then are we in agreement, or we need more to discuss? I say to the rest of the group.
I am in whatever agreement the rest of you make. I was simply offering a possible outcome.
Your input is always welcome, Rover.
The flame on my head brightens a little bit.
Like, is this like a good thing or like a bad thing?
Like a
Like,
good thing.
okay,
Like
I was being genuine.
the closest thing to robot blushing.
All right.
Aw.
Well then, Miss Brodenheim. Brodenheim?
That's precious.
Is it Brodenheim? Why do I keep getting
Brown.
Bottom. Fat ass.
Broad
Their
Bottom?
name is Fat Ass.
Brand
Broad
Bottom.
bottom.
Broad Bottom.
He literally
Broad
named a
bottom.
character Wide Butt. Just think of it that way. And then think of more socially acceptable ways to say it.
Well, unless any of us need to rest for a brief moment, then Miss Broadbottom, would you want to lead the way?
Certainly. This venture we have
No one needs to
two
take a
avenues.
break. Okay, good.
If we do have the time to take at least a short rest, I would have the ability to craft one item we may need for our journey. If anyone has input on what that might be, or something that could help us.
I'd imagine a lot of climbing would be involved.
Well, I do already have pittons and I do have rope. Uh, Miss Broadbottom, you said you have a map and you know the area. Is there any tool or equipment or thing that we could possibly make that would aid us in our journey?
Dane, it's me. DM loading. DM loading. That depends. We need to decide a few things at this point. There's the option to go underneath the cabinets from here to the kitchen, or across the open floor to make it to the living room. From there, we'll have to decide to either go up the chimney or to ascend the staircase. After that, it's just a matter of sneaking into, which, considering the height, too much of a problem. Would be underneath the desk of the door frame. When I think about it, there is one thing we should consider that we probably should figure out a tool for. The mayor's dog.
Ooh, that is probably difficult for me to make a tool for at our size.
Could you perhaps create an emergency distraction?
Like a whistle?
I pull out a whistle from my backpack that I have already made.
That works, but we.
I do have a signal whistle already created as one of my
Whistle.
objects.
I pull out my own whistle. Then we should be able to at least lure it away from each other.
Whistle.
In getting into cover.
Candle.
I turn to Candle and I quietly, but enough for them to get the sound, blow the whistle so Candle can mimic it.
Candle nods, and then whistles the exact same whistle, nods excitedly, kind of hops a little bit, and then projects into their heads the same whistling sound. Whistle.
Yes. Excellent. That works wonderfully.
Job.
Cinder, do you have a way? Sorry, Kaylin, do you have a way to make a loud noise that can sort of penetrate the normal din, even at our small size?
Loud noise.
Do you perhaps possess thaumaturgy?
I do not.
Then take mine. I can cast a thaumaturgy to allure with sound.
So we all now at least have a way to signal each other in dire straits. As far as um, climbing, whether we decide to take the stairway or to take the chimney, I point to the pittons and hammer and rope. I have gear for climbing. Um, if we want to have a bit more accessibility, I could spend my time making some sort of grasping hook or claw that we
Hook.
could throw. But I feel like we've already have enough equipment for climbing, if unless there is no other item that we may need.
I have to. Well, we have to think. If we take the staircase, we will also be more out in the open. While the chimney will be more of a perilous ascent.
It's
Not
true.
not to mention the item itself. We will have to carry it with us to the ground floor, or figure out a way to bring it down. Once we have it, well, we should plan for that once we get there.
All right.
Does anyone
But
else
that's the,
have any ideas or inputs? I will spend. Uh, Let me actually,
Well,
before I say that,
I do want to say, like, did we agree on either taking the staircase or the chimney?
I don't think we've made any decision.
Hmm.
Um,
I think that getting up, we should be able to take the chimney. But once we have the item,
I turn to I turn to Brussels again. That large wolf creature that you called upon. Can you call them again? Is that a beast we may have access to a time or two more?
Unfortunately, it would need to find a way to arrive inside. So
Hmm.
unless we can open a door, unless we can open a door, it would have to stay outside. It's not a beast that can magically appear within walls.
Got it.
But in a last-ditch effort, I suppose it would be strong enough to burst down a door. But again, a last-ditch effort. Then I agree. We shall take the chimney. Any oppose?
I agree. Then for this time, I sort of look at and I point out the 10. I've got 10 pittons on the ground. Um, I- in the time, I can only make one, so we're sort of stuck here. Is there any other items that could help us scale the inside of this chimney that I could forge for us as we wait for a short while?
I have one method, however, it'll be limited to a minute.
Miss Broadbottom, how tall is this building? How high up the chimney do we need to climb?
uh, quite a bit, quite a bit. Quite frankly, it would probably be safer to go up the staircase.
Dog.
Hmm.
They kind of like click click. Friend? Dog. Friend?
She kind of, gives a little bit of a gesture, like, dog is Bernard is a good boy. Usually sleeps
Wait,
at this hour.
I have a thought. Cinder, was it Cinder? My brain candle flicker. How much have you mimicked of the mayor's voice?
Oh, oh, oh!
We can simply if we have enough, we can simply project the command onto the beast.
Dog. Friend. Oh, oh, oh!
And that is, I would hope that we would not need to come to that, but is certainly a good option.
It is the last stitch, but
As far as us keeping ourselves quiet as we go, Roppel stands up, takes 4 steps, and each step you hear the chainmail and the clinking of his metal body. I tend to not be able to hide myself as well as others.
I
I hate that I will be a hindrance here in this endeavor.
let me try something at least to dampen some of things. And I take out a fine cloth from my bag and like rip it up and tie it around his feet. Does that dampen the sound enough?
It's my whole body
Ah,
because I've
but
got like chainmail built into my body.
at the very least, the feet would help.
It
It's
I
still
mean,
it's still like
certainly
it's still like clinking pennies though. You're right.
yeah. If you've ever like rustled a chainmail shirt, it's that every time I step.
That's such a good point. I need to think.
While you discuss, you can hear a little bit of a pawing now sound coming from across the way. As you look, you can see in the window, Yule is staring through the window down at you underneath the cabinet you currently are. Its eyes are fixed. You see a little bit of a feline smile growing as its tail is kind of waving from behind the pane.
Are there blinds on the window?
There are, but they are not drawn.
I simply walk over in silence and slowly close the blinds.
At the, I'm picturing like Shaun of the Dead style, but unfortunately, you're the size of a mouse.
Oh, I thought we were in like a tiny little like
No.
makeshift mouse hut that they were looking into.
No, you're in a kitchen. You've been underneath like a
Oh, like
a
a
kitchen
full
cabinet.
Oh, so
Yeah,
we don't have like a cold like Tom and Jerry like fucking mouse hole.
thinking.
no. I mean, she's been trapped, in some little who knows like hamster cage for the last year.
Damn
She just
bitch, you live
escaped
like
tonight.
this?
Not by choice.
Well, I didn't say it in character. Well, it's a risk we're gonna have to take. Thankfully, your metal body will prove advantageous against canine teeth at the very least,
Oh, I certainly hope so.
if it comes to that.
Damn it. Calm emotion is only humanoids.
I wonder, can Somaturgy like dampen sound for you? Manifest a minor with sign of you can create wonderful natural effects. Your voice booms, cause a flicker, cause harmless tremors, instantaneous sound, cry, alter the appearance, cast multiple. No, I don't think it alters sound as in lowering it. Damn it.
I do not
Yeah, it
like the
can
looks.
make a crap ton of sound, but
That's perfect, but like that's perfect for at least distracting. But like we need a dampener right now. Hear me. What if we just wrap Rople in a blanket?
Just carpet me the entire way.
Yeah, until we need you.
Only we had a bag of holding. I don't need to breathe.
Well, you'd have to fit in it in the first place, though.
Yeah, I am a big boy.
In the distance, you can hear a little bit of a rustling coming from a chest on the other side of the kitchen. It's starting to kind of glow a little bit hint of green.
From the other side of the kitchen?
The kitchen.
Yeah. You're currently in the kitchen right now.
I look over to the chest, and then I quickly dart back to Jane. Miss Broadbottom, would the emerald happen to be that glowing green box that's a few feet away from us?
No, that would be the toy box.
I don't like the sound of that.
Ooh.
Toy box.
On cue, the lid starts to kind of slowly open as you see inside a line of little beady painted eyes staring back at you. As one by one, little tiny toy soldiers in the hue of green are starting to kind of make their way towards where you are
Nope.
on your side of the kitchen.
I think it's best that we started getting
Candle immediately is like, go to sleep.
Can that work on a construct?
I don't know, but they're gonna try because they go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, only undead are immune to it.
Okay. The first line of toy soldiers kind of pop down as the toy box starts to kind of pop even more.
Miss Broadbottom, I think you spoke of being in the walls or behind the cabinets. I think now would be an opportune
Yeah,
time to do that. And I
we
pull out
get-
the shield.
Yeah. Should we real quick. Across the open floor or underneath the cabinets themselves?
Cabinets.
Hidden as much as possible, please.
Cabinets.
All right. This way. Also, mind the traps. The mayor likes to get the mice in here as soon as possible. As a
With my
chase.
passive perception, I'll sort of lead the way. Make sure they don't follow us. I'll move as fast as I can. I'm sorry if I slow you all down.
Okay.
It's fine. I'll keep pace with you.
But I'm keeping up my passive perception, specifically looking for any of these traps.
All right. Going forward, you see. Let's find out. Gonna roll a dice here. At least 2 angry weasel traps in front of you. Tiny little angry weasels are sitting inside, just like waiting to spring out at the wrong misstep of some tiny mouse-like figure. How the mayor got tiny little weasel. Yes, there are little angry weasels inside them. Miniature
God.
angry weasels.
No.
Meh.
Even more terrifying than regular angry weasels.
They're tiny. What can they even do? Aside from gnaw. Ugh.
I mean, they're more meant for things your size, but yes.
And I'll point them. I'll be like, avoid those. They seem less than pleasant for us. Hopefully, they don't get tripped by the creatures following us either. Let's simply keep moving.
Okay. Keep moving.
Right. Give me a quick perception roll there, Rupple, as you run along. As you're in the front.
Ooh, God, it's so good. 23.
Ooh.
23, nice. Okay, you're able to at least spot the one like hidden angry weasel trap around the corner, but large discarded can underneath the water.
Tricky. Keep your eye on that one, and I'll point it out to everyone else. I hid that one there as well, so keep your eye out. There's probably more.
As you're weaving, you hear a loud thump as the toy box opens up fully to reveal a little tiny paper claw, followed by another, as this little origami red dragon peers its head outside the box.
Bastard.
How far is that away from us?
From your size, about 200 feet.
Hmm.
So at this point, Candle is thoroughly spooked. So they cast Spirit Guardians. And these white Kenku appear and sort of like circle. They actually have wings. Start circling the
Okay.
party, just around them, and
Mhm.
it looks like it should last for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Sort of like as a way to slow down creatures, like that might come near.
Considering I'm slowing down the group so much. Ugh.
I wanna go up to Candle Flicker. You're stronger than you are. Remember, Paler is with us, and I cast heroism on you. So you're immune to frighten, and you gain temporary hit points. You get 7 temporary hit points.
Their chest kind of
Actually,
puffs up. They look happy.
on top of that, I should point out, you actually have a total of 15 temporary hit points because earlier in this game, Marcel donated to the player support fund to give you an extra 5 HP to make sure you have that for any coming shenanigans.
There you go. You're beefy with some temporary hit points.
Yeah, those two are Ropel. Yeah.
Oh, Ropel.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
Ropel has 5 then.
Yeah.
I gave
yeah.
7.
Okay.
I gave 7 to Candle Flicker,
Gotcha.
and they're immune to being frightened, so no unnecessary squawking.
I understand.
Uh,
Ah,
if we're doing sort of a prep round, then knowing that I'm buffed, seeing some of the other stuff go around, I will look to. Can I clearly tell that this is a red dragon? Or it's
yes, you
be-
can.
Then I will look to Kaylin, and I'll reach out and I'll put my hand on her shoulder and I'll say, "This creature looks fearsome. Protection for you." And I'll cast protection from energy, choosing fire.
Nice.
So you will have resistance to all fire damage for the next hour.
Oh,
Okay. And the run is off. Can I get some? Let's see. Let's go with Dex rolls to see how you guys going along.
Wait,
Fun
is this
time.
saving throw?
Nope, just a straight Dex roll. You're not really
Yeah.
saving for anything just yet.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hey,
A hasty 11. Oh my god,
Oh
that
boy.
puts me in
11.
second place. Gross.
We're doing great.
Okay.
Fair,
Fantastic.
we were all slow this round because we were like group hugging, bonding, and buffing.
Right.
It's important.
Yeah.
Buffs are important.
Okay. Kaylin, you are full on in the front, just perfectly in form. Just running past everyone, past the frightened, scared-looking Kenku, past the poor little robot trying to best to chug along.
I
think
am
can.
huffing it.
can.
I am wheezing somehow, even without lungs.
Leaving poor Brussels in the far back. The dragon, Bredsworth, is now it's got about a quarter of the way closer to you. So if it was like maybe we'll say 400 feet away, it's not about 300 feet. And you can see its paper throat starting to kind of glow from like a breath attack maybe on the horizon. But with that, you guys scurry from
All of my abilities are fire based.
the kitchen. Yes.
Okay, are we still going? You're still going through describing the scene. Never mind.
No, you're
Ignore
good.
my
You're good. What's up?
I was going to say that as see. I am actually going to pause running for a moment, and I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Ooh.
Nice.
So as this goes off, what you guys see form is basically a tower shield
Nice.
with like made of light
Ooh.
that has the insignia of Palor on it.
Nice.
And
Nice.
it is basically floating directly in front of me as kind of a hold the line gesture
Mm-hmm.
to prepare for whatever is coming, and trying to, maybe if I stay here, other people can get further back.
Okay. So you're kind of holding the line while everyone else is kind of running on ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. So the rest of you make it to the living room. Those you kind of stand tall. The dragon. It's closer. Closer. You can feel the deadly gaze upon its eyes.
How close is it?
To her, about from your size, about 200 feet. From actual size, about 2 feet.
Okay, because the spell that I casted, Spirit Guardians, is
Mhm.
that 15 feet from me in actual feet, or is that proportional to...
Proportional?
Yeah, it's pretty sure
Okay.
everything's proportional right now.
I'm just not even sure what that would be like anymore. No idea. Scale.
Yeah.
Candle looks back at Kaylin and squawks, like, hurry up, almost like a squawk. Like, "Arr!" Just an alarm, like, urgency.
Yeah, once I know everyone else is clear of the room, then Kaylin would follow.
Okay. We'll say that by the time all of them get out to the living room, you are now presently part of the dragon, who just lures down at you. The rest of you, as you come into the living room, you notice by the stairs, Bernard is currently asleep by the stairs themselves.
Were
What do you do?
we taking the stairs? I don't remember.
Yes, I mean we're already there.
Okay. Um. Uh.
If we, I don't want to backtrack, but if we decided to take the stairs, could I have spent that hour making the grappling hook that I needed to before we left, since we were doing all that prep?
Grappling hook.
Because that's what I was. If we were taking the stairs, I would have wanted to do that so we could climb the stairs. I didn't know if we decided on anything. If not, that's cool.
Yeah,
But that was my
our hands are
intention.
kind of forced last minute before we made the decision.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, we didn't even get that, so I wouldn't have had time to make it. So never mind.
yeah.
Yeah, because Lynch just pulled out the fucking little monsters, the fucking tiny soldiers reference, and then we had to run.
Yep. So never mind. You're right. I don't have anything.
I will say this though. The stairs themselves don't look like they'd be that hard to climb. It's like one of those, fancy rich people stairs. They have like little kind of trim that you could kind of hop yourselves up.
Almost like a ramp for us on the side.
Yeah, the freaking rich people.
Hover round.
Yeah. So
Quick question: How long do you think it would take to get to the top of the staircase?
At the speed you're going, not long.
Hmm.
Oh.
I don't know
Kendall
if I
kind of
wanna do this yet.
click, 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 and then telepathically whistles into the dog's head and then goes, oh, 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 oh,
I don't
like
even
the
wanna
mayor.
wake him up. Oh my gosh.
Huh?
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Hmm?
Just try to get the dog to move out of the way of the stairs.
Roll persuade. Actually, roll animal handling.
Oh. Okay.
With advantage for using the mayor's voice?
With advantage.
So there we go.
God, thank God.
21!
Thank God we have a fucking
Either way.
Kenku. Thank God we have a Kenku.
So good.
Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, that was such a. Oh my God, I'm so glad.
Surprise. Underdog surprise. Kenku is actually a good pick for this one.
The dog
For
just kind of
once.
scampers off away, giving you guys a clear shot up the stairs.
Candle opens
Kaylin.
their mouth and Ruppel's laugh comes out again. I'm done. That's it. Go ahead, Kaylin.
Okay.
I just want to add
Kaylin,
that.
Yes.
the dragon reels back as get ready to go. Let out a fire breath. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Do. Oh wait, there's probably an actual button for con saving throws, right? Or is it
Yeah.
just
It's there. Right next to the dexterity button, there's the saving throws.
I believe in you. Has any of us not used a concentration spell that can give guidance?
You're not nowhere near her.
Oh,
Also,
we're too far away? Okay.
Yeah,
never mind.
she's in the other room, and I'm still holding concentration on your heroism.
Mhm.
12.
And I'm
Okay.
holding on
I have concentration on Spirit Guardian. Oh no.
Ooh,
Marky.
Oh boy.
You hear the dragon go back. Lets out a breath that you can just like hurt you guard yourself. You guard again. See open your eyes. To see little fire-colored confetti flowing down next to you.
Oh my fucking god.
That's good.
As the origami dragon has let out his fire breath attack.
Oh my lord.
Kaylin legitimately starts laughing.
What are you gonna give him? A paper cut? Oh my god.
Okay. Oh my God.
Cry. Laugh, cry. Oh no.
We were all taking this so seriously.
We're
I mean,
all so
we
scared.
at least we had confidence that you'd at least not last a round against the paper dragon.
Right, yeah. Paper dragon.
All right. It is technically your turn to attack the dragon if you want.
Boop it on the nose. with
Dragon,
that
so you need to come at it
spiritual-
with like a scissors tiger.
Or set it on fire.
You got a
I
spiritual
literally
bonk it with.
I have a spiritual weapon I can bonk it with. I have
Mhm.
a sacred flame I can cast.
Kill it with
I
fire.
have You know what?
Just laugh
Throwing
at it.
throwing sacred flame at it just sounds funny by booping it on the nose.
And sure enough, you go just a little as it falls back on the ground, arms kicking up in the air.
Oh.
As you can see in the window, the cat just smiling with such satisfaction, watching how much it scared you.
Bastard cat, we're doing this for you, you fucking piece of shit.
And then Kaylin will follow the group into the other room and be like, I just literally poked a paper dragon and it fell over.
It fell over. Please continue. Sorry.
As you hear this, you all ascend the stairs.
Oh, we'll just do
You
it.
make it-
Awesome.
Yeah, you make it to the hallway. You see the door itself, a little bit of a crease underneath. You crawl under the door. You find yourselves in the mayor's bedroom.
Do we
On his
spot it?
nightstand, on the nightstand, you'd see a little box, kind of glowing gold. It's in there.
Wow.
All right. Hand me the rope. Wait.
Uh,
Oh, wait. Important thing is fucker in here?
Dog?
No, the
He-
mayor.
Well, if we
Presently
crawled
is
under
not.
the door, would he have been able to get in here?
No, we're not worrying about the. I'm talking about the mayor.
Oh.
He's not in here.
Not presently, no.
Okay.
Oh, that's
hand me the rope. Well, how did I forget your name, Ropel? Doper.
I will hand you both the rope and one of my block and tackles.
Okay, I'm gonna use Radiant Soul to fly up there.
You fly up
Can't-
perfectly to the top.
Candle looks at you with envy. Can't fly. Bird no.
Oh.
And I set the tackle up so they can climb.
Oh, I'm still gonna screw this up.
Okay.
We attempt to.
You go and do your best to place a hand over hand to the top of the bed itself. I should say nightstand. As you ascend, do me a quick favor, and all of you give me a quick let's say your choice, either acrobatics or athletics.
Do I have to since I'm flying or no?
No, you're already up there. I mean, those who have to climb up.
Can I say that like I was like flying like near the rope to help them if they fall?
I mean, you're holding up the mall.
No,
as they,
because Ropel gave me a thing to like attach the rope up top.
Yeah, okay. In that case, yeah, you could be there to help them out. But regardless, let's see some rolls.
Yeah, if anyone fucks up, I can at least try to catch him.
Okay, 24, 14.
Did decent. I got an 18
Nice.
on acrobatics.
Hell yeah.
Okay. One by one, you all managed to get up there. You do, will say, have to help up Jane because she got a 3.
Yeah, I got her. Don't worry.
Poor
Okay.
Jane.
As you all go and find yourselves in front of the little box. Here, if we all work together, could probably pry it open.
A question: how much time has passed? I've only got a minute of this.
At this point, it would have been about a minute.
Right. No more flight.
How much time has passed altogether? Us getting from
Yeah, that's a good point.
the place where we were to this bedroom with the emerald.
I would say in all the hustle, about 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay,
heroism
and,
is gone.
Yeah, my spirit guardian thing is gone too. Yep. Just checking. Cool. Okay.
Delan. It's amazing. Okay.
Butt boost.
You all go to the box. I'm assuming you all work together to open it up.
Mm-hmm.
A green light starts to kind of shine out as you go and just open it up to see resting in the middle a single glowing emerald green yarn ball.
Huh. Point.
Quaint.
I was waiting to find out it was his catnip stash.
Abundance.
At least we didn't have to have an intervention with a cat.
Emerald.
You-
Bargain.
You hear the dog bark from downstairs as Yule kind of phases through the wall. Ah, there you all are, playthings. Are you ready to become lunch?
At the
Well,
pen.
Actually, we would like to have a conversation.
Oh,
we believe
Yes,
that this item could be of value to you in some way.
it is. And you would give it to me freely.
Well, I wouldn't say freely. We would
Bargain.
likely have a few demands.
Insurance, no harm would come to us or anybody further.
And I would like to. I don't mean to talk over Kaylin, but I know at least I personally would prefer to be returned to my normal size.
To better reiterate, insurance that all who've been affected like this will be returned to normal safely, and none shall suffer this fate again.
Roll persuasion checks. Let's see.
Fuck.
I'll
Fuck.
Hold on. My buttons. Can't find them. 1 second. Where's my persuasion?
Oh,
I
thank
have-
God. Caitlin.
Oh hell yeah! Oh, can I get there with you? No, I
12,
only got
26,
15.
12. Okay, it's,
I mean, I'm not the most persuasive speaker, so this makes sense.
I'm exasperated. This has just been a whole night. I need coffee.
Oh hell yeah! We have the same persuasion bonus.
all Candle can say to this Yule cat is bargain.
Bargain.
So convincing.
I just need coffee at this point. This is so much bullshit.
Fair.
You'll consider it for a moment. All right. And happily comes up and just whoosh, takes the yarn ball as all of you begin going back to normal size as all of the amulets kind of crumple to the ground. Yule, to their credits, goes to the corner and starts playing with the yarn.
Candle starts dancing. It doesn't seem to matter like if they're being loud or not. Blessings from Pelennor! Blessings from Pelennor! Just dancing back to regular
100%
size.
crush the desk underneath me.
I'm pretty sure that's been annihilated because we were all standing on it. After getting ourselves free from the heat that was the desk destroyed, Russell's going to confront you. I do want to know how many died because of this.
As you say that, you hear the door kicks open as the mayor walking in with a big old blunderbuss.
I cast
What did you do? What's that?
As soon as I see him, I cast heat metal on the blunderbuss.
Yes.
Huh. Oh no.
And I'd cast. I'd also like to cast Cold Person.
Okay, damn, a tattoo for.
You can't even drop it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna bother rolling. He's just like Shka! And then followed by ooh, roll on double long bottom, Harry Potter style.
You're under the rest and at the mercy of Palor.
I had to do it. You see, I had to do it. The yarn helped pick up control, help keep the people happy. You want to see the people happy, right?
I want actual answers, none of your blubbering.
Blubbering.
People have died.
The people don't know any better. Jane, who's also the same size, just full on clocks him while you hold him down.
That's fine.
I ain't stopping her.
We require the truth.
Sure, what? Anything. Anything you want. You are our honored guests, after all.
I hold out the rope. Anybody who is a bit more adept at tying knots, we should bind him and have him face true trial at the temple.
Trial!
That's
Firsters.
not necessary, right? I mean,
Necessary.
Right?
Trial!
May
Necessary.
May Paler have mercy on you, but people of this town won't. And as soon as he tied up, I release it.
The
all
cleansing
time
light
up.
of the sun will burn all who have lied.
Huh.
And as he says that, the flame on his head bursts into a blazing white light.
Nice. And justice would come. You later would find out that it was 29.
Oh, this
29
fucker better
people.
get executed. Oh my god.
He would have sacrificed over the last 3 years to keep control over Yule's ball of yarn, which allowed him to control the minds of the people who, when you come out through the house, are all about town holding their heads like they've had one hell of a massive headache. Like they've been up for 15 plus hours playing D&D with their friends for charity.
That seems very specific.
I want to see this
That's
man's,
oddly
I want to
specific.
see this man's head on a pike or in a noose. Execution, please.
Alas, that is not for you to decide. The people do take them off to serve their form of justice. But that said, you do see some more important reunions. For one, Nyla being reunited with her mother, Jane, who does help kind of like ease over the fact you do come out of the mayor's house all tied up. Let me go and get a proper photo here. Doesn't matter. I did just trying to goddamn. I was there. By the end of the week you originally arranged for there, it takes some time. You do start to begin the vigils, but it's hard to not find yourself, at least feeling a little bit of the warmth, back at Granny's house for a celebratory Yuletide dinner.
Blessings from Pelor. Abundance! As we're back at square one with Candle stuffing their face full of whatever food Granny puts in front of them.
So it's been at least a couple of days since the events by the time we're back at Granny's.
Yep. Or did you say a week?
Been about 7 days, yeah.
As we're sort of in there and sitting down, I sort of move next to Kaylin, and Rappel sort of sits down next to them, and I look and I go, I haven't had the chance to properly thank you for what you did. Despite it turning out in the end to be smoke and mirrors, you willingly stood between us and a dragon. It was incredible. And I just wanted to thank you. And you watch as he pulls out a tiny little, it's an origami dragon, but made of glass.
Aw.
Ooh.
And I sort of just set it in front of them. I
Aw.
said, just as fragile as the real beast, but a thank you and a reminder of the bravery you had for us. And truly thank you.
Aw.
It really was nothing. I mean, someone had to stop that mayor. Not even the cat. I mean, the cat, that was just his life, and the mayor trapped him. So it was less about dealing with the cat than it was about dealing with the person behind the cat being there. Someone had to step in, and I figured I could stand up to it for at least a bit.
I still don't quite understand how humans humanoids have made that choice. Uh, the fact that he has killed so many is beyond me. I don't understand it. So instead, I will pray on this and thank Palor that you were by our side. It was easier because of you.
You are too kind.
Uh, he uh, Grapple smiles, and as the sort of food and celebration are going on, he says, "Well, even though I don't always understand the customs, it's good to celebrate when we have the time." And he'll go and he'll grab like, I'm just assuming it's like a cup of gravy. He doesn't know, he doesn't care, but just like
Yep.
raises it like a glass for cheers and drinks like a cup of gravy.
Amazing.
To Paylor, chug.
Meanwhile, on the other end of the table, Candle is has some turkey on their plate and reaches for the gravy, which is now absent, and goes, "What? No gravy?" Sorry, I had to toss it in there. I'll see myself.
Amazing.
I also have an outro.
Okay.
So away for so Brussels isn't here right now with as everyone's eating. Brussels is at the site of the graves as fresh snow covers these freshly set gravestones. He's at his side with his Roggen Wolf, and he's looking at his pocket watch, and on the inside of the pocket watch is a picture of very familiar looking people to himself. He closes it, and simply says, "Time will heal all wounds," in Palor's light. And he pats his wagon wolf and he walks back toward the direction of the house.
All right. And last but not least, Marky, bring us home.
After receiving the well thought about and much appreciated gift from Rupert, Kaylin will go over and is going to take a seat next to our favorite little mimic friend
Quack.
and sit down next to Candle and kind of ruffles the feathers on the top of her head.
Quack.
And is like,
Quack.
you know, for a bird that is technically a mute, you sure do talk a lot.
Quack. Mimic. Mute. Mimic.
Mimicry is still technically a type of talking.
Type of talking. Mimicry. Mute. No. Mimicry. Yes.
I think you are capable of a lot more than you let on.
Quack. Blessings from Pelor. You see a twinkle in Candle's eye. That yes, they are a lot more than they seem to be, but it's not sure even if Candle would know that sort of thing. They just want to eat their turkey and have some gravy, which is mysteriously absent from the table. But that's fine. Candle like coos and then sort of like snuggles next to Kaylin. Being rather small, like 3'5", I think, like bored, and just sort of like gives her a hug, kind of bird hug,
No.
awkward bird hug,
Awkward burb hug.
awkward bird hug.
And Kaylin will
Aww.
Kaylin will give her a little side hug and be like, well, no matter what you're capable of, you ever need a friend, you come find me.
Friend, find me.
I'll find you too.
Friend, find you. Find me. Abundance.
And while we have this, all the happiness, this good end to one hell of an interesting game. Some say outside the town, the cat Yule could be seen walking to the darkest part of the woods on the outskirts, looking out at you all, seeing beyond the veil of the forest. He gives a hearty wink before he turns back to the woods, grows to the size of a house, sprouting massive demonic horns while giving off a dark allure. He jumps into the shadows and disappears until next year.
Oh no.
Well, with that, thank you for playing the Yule Cat of Burgheim.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I
Not
hope
gonna-
you enjoyed
Oh, go
that.
I'm afraid of the nonsense that comes next year.
Next year? No, not next year.
The play.
We'll be back again someday.
Curses.
Poor Paler
Curses.
sect.
Yule curses.
And can I say to you, Gupster, thank you again for joining us today.
Yeah.
My God, you were precious as all hell. Like,
I
seriously.
love him. I love Roppel.
Rapple.
Roppel.
Yeah, heat metal to get the bear to drop the gun, not to sit there singeing his hands.
You know
Felt
what?
so
It's
bad.
fine. He probably deserved it.
No, he
Roppel's
ab-
like,
deserved it.
Absolutely deserved it.
Roppel's like, I will show you mercy. Brussels like, bitch, you thought.
Burn, motherfucker.
Burn, motherfucker. Two types of
That was.
clerics.
I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely my favorite game. This whole thing for sure.
This was
Oh,
lots
yeah?
of fun. I agree. Very good.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know if this one topped the Bard Megazord.
I mean, yeah, that was pretty cool. Although I do have to say, sorry, go on.
No. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this. This one was written by Felix. Brain is
Ernich.
dying. Yes.
Who just actually released today during the stream a photo of his upcoming book for Fool's Gold, based on those lovely animated shorts featured on Dingo's Doodles.
Ooh.
He even comes with a 2-scale Tarask miniature. It's
Oh.
massive compared to an
gosh.
actual mini. It's like a foot tall.
Oh my god.
Lord.
I'm gonna copy the link to the tweet and put it in our chat. so
Please,
people
please.
can see that, because he wrote this Yule Cat and then also Fool's Gold. I love that Tarask too.
Right.
That's
right.
pretty cool. It's bigger than a tiny dog. Oh my god, it is bigger. Oh my god.
It could probably scare a tiny dog.
You know what? You're right.
It probably
Mhm.
has multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
But before I go and end this part of the marathon, do any of you all have any final words, comments you want us to have put on the record?
Jim, you kick ass.
Thank you.
It's
Because
true.
We like
this is
Flynn, I think, right?
Oh.
You can sign me up for this one again next year, because I assume there's going to be a continuation.
We'll see. We'll see. I need to first survive the rest of this marathon. I have 9 hours, nine
If-
and a half hours. to be exact.
If anything, we have definitely an idea for an actual Christmas special.
True.
True.
But all right. All those out there, stay tuned. The next game's going to be in about 42 minutes at the top of the hour. We're going to be going to dive into the Tomb of Horrors,
Woo!
which
time.
it's going to be interesting. I just know I can feel it in my bones. So stay tuned for that. But until then, happy holidays.
Hell yeah.
Woo!